Astronauts to the moon.
Ignition sequence start. 3, 2, 1.
Houston, we have a problem.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue.
What you're seeing here is a mirage.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Welcome. This is the Jeranism show.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is the Speaker's Corner, where we speak truth, seek truth. Speaker's Corner, yeah, they see through, we see you. Speaker's Corner, where the people get to talk, where real ideas and thoughts spark. This is all on the Speaker's Corner. 3 minutes hit the spotlight. Speaker's Corner, where 3 minutes gets your mind right. Speaker's Corner, where the people get to talk, where real ideas and thoughts spark. This is all on the Speaker's Corner.
Welcome, everybody, to Speaker's Corner. I am your host, Jaron from Jeranism. If you didn't know that, what's up? All right, we got a new member. Jaron with the long-distance shooting record short clip. Loved throwing that in my employee's face. Yeah, there's news on that, too, but I'll get to that in a second. Hold on, let's get this up here. We've got episode number 18, believe it or not, of this great and fantastic program, Speaker's Corner. Oh, I like to have this on, too. Oh, there we go. A little sound behind me. It's nice. Makes me get in the mood. One thing, I hate to break it to you. You guys are going to be so sad. You ready for the worst news you've had in a long time? It's going to be bad news. You're going to hate it. It's going to jar you. I don't know how you're going to get to bed tonight. That's the problem. We are going with tonight's show with me off camera. Boo, boo, boo. Yeah, no, I got some stuff going on. We got the, of course, the event tomorrow, and I just don't feel like getting on camera, so then we're going to go without tonight. But tomorrow, if you want to see me on camera, I'll be there in all my beautiful glory. That will be tomorrow at the True Earth Mount Meru Summit. If you're not going, what is wrong with you? If you are going, fantastic. Thank you very much for attending. And we did have some errors today with the email server, and my website got optimized, which you think optimized means like, oh, good thing. No, not in the world of email, mass emailing. It means that you get restricted, and they only send to 150 out of the 250 people they're supposed to. It's pretty nice of them. So anyway, if you didn't get your link, you will be getting it right now. Austin's working on it. So Austin is completing the people that still have not received their links. All VIPs have received their links. So if you are a VIP, simply check your junk box or your spam mail. It appears that my emails are finding their way into there. So it's pretty cool. All right, what do we got on the screen here? What is going on here? Oh, yeah, that. We were going to show you that. But welcome, everybody. Speaker's Corner, where you get to talk and you can speak your mind, whatever that might be, even if it's telling us all that you think people who see back in time are delusional until I tell you that science believes that, at which point you change it around and say, oh, yeah, well, then you believe it. See if we can. Do we have a little clip of that? Let's see. I think we had it squared up here. I don't know if it's at the right spot. Let's try it. Our great caller last week.
End up in a massive pit.
So maybe
but that's all I have to really say, and I think.
So you don't think that the people that say they can see back in time are suffering from delusions?
Absolutely, I think if it doesn't follow the consensus, then it should be discarded.
If it doesn't follow the consensus, it should be discarded. Is that what you said?
Yes.
So I asked you: do people who see back in time, are they deluded? Are they suffering through delusions?
Absolutely.
That's your side of the story, dude. We don't think we see back in time. Science does. Science says we see back in time when they look through a telescope.
Well, if science says that, then yes, I follow. But
my favorite ever. If science says that, then yes, I follow. If science says that, what is going on with my voice? Is that better? Oh, what was wrong with my voice? There's like some little setting on. My bad on that one. That's feels better. Liam, man, that's a good call right there. When you tell us we got to follow the consensus, we have to follow those that say whatever they say. Whatever they say, we just got to do it. Makes sense to me. I get it. Let's get the Rokfin chat up here. We've already got the YouTube chat going. Hello, everybody there. Hope everybody is well. Hope you're coming tomorrow. Let's play that trailer real quick just so we can get a few more signups. It's going to be a fantastic event. I can tell you that already. We've got a great day tomorrow, leading off with Hibbler out the gate. And then we've got Amanda Vollmer. We've got allegedly Dave. We've got Avocado Wolf. We've got Marty Leeds. And then to close out the night, we've got a VIP FAQ. And by VIP, a lot of people have been asking, does it mean that the general admission people don't get to see it? No, you'll get to see it. It's just the VIPs are the ones that will be asking questions. So I believe it'll be me, Austin, David Avocado Wolf, Eddie Bravo, David Weiss, and Sean Hibbler. If I named 6 people there, then that is correct. If I named 5, I missed one. You'll just have to deal with that. All right, and I do see some people showing up in StreamYard. Give me a second. I'll be right with you. We are going to first, though, play the trailer real quick, just so we can... It's the last time you'll ever have to see it, so that feels pretty good. And, yeah, so if you do sign up now, you do get the link right away when you sign up for the show tomorrow. And it starts at 4, but the doors will open at 3. Chris Crum will be playing us some music from 3 to 4. And then we'll get rolling right at 4. And then go through the night and have some fun, listen to some good presentations. I'm excited to hear, of course, Amanda and Avocado tomorrow, as well as Dave Murphy. And I think that excited to hear from Marty Leeds. And I think Hibbler's going to do a good job at the beginning. So a lot of good stuff tomorrow. Should be fun. Let's check out the trailer. Here we go. See you guys shortly. Did I mess up again? Is that the one that doesn't have sound? I think I keep playing that one, and Dave Weiss keeps telling me after the fact. Let me get the right one for you real quick. 1 second, because that's don't want to do that to you. You will not be very happy if I do that. Let's get this one up here instead. And hold on, let's see if I can do this quicker. And it would be a video, and it would be this one. I believe it's this one. Yep. All right. You listen to it for a second.
In a world where you've been lied to about almost everything, finding the truth isn't easy. But we have to start somewhere, and so Jaren and Austin are bringing things back to the center. Join them for the first ever True Earth Mount Meru Summit. This online summit will feature some of the best speakers, presenters, and entertainers, and all at an affordable price. This 2-day event will be held on Friday and Saturday, November 11th and 12th, 2022, and will feature David Avocado Wolf, Brian from High Impact Flicks, Ben from Taboo Conspiracy, Marty Leeds, Amanda Vollmer, Sean Hibbler from Hibbler Productions, Peggy Hall, Eddie Bravo, Dave Murphy, Iru Landucci, Bob Nodell, David Weiss from DITRH, and Caleb from TikTok. With live music from Chris Crum and Conspiracy Music Guru. And they will top it all off on Saturday night with some stand-up comedy from primetime Alex Stein, followed by Owen Benjamin. crushing. Brought to you by your host, Jaron Campanella from Jeranism, and Austin Whitsitt from Whitsitt Gets It. There's nowhere better to be on November 11th and 12th. Well, maybe Mount Meru. It's the first ever True Earth Mount Meru Summit. Tickets on sale now at temms.live.
All right, and you can use your 50% off coupon for whoever you want. If you go to temms.live, you will see that it says on there all the coupon codes that are possible. So basically, you just choose whoever your favorite. Oh, where's this thing here? There we go. Choose whoever your favorite presenter is, and then that's supporting them. And I'll just say something real quick about that. The couple complaints that we've got so far and things I've seen on other people's channel where they're posting the video is all from people saying, you guys are greedy shills. You guys are, you're making this a business. It's a whole bunch of nonsense. And again, that's one of the biggest psyops that there is. And I fell for it originally, was this whole truth should be free. Because what I responded to one of the guys who emailed me is I said, do you ask people? Because he said, why don't you guys do this for free? Well, you should do it for free. You should do it out of the goodness of your hearts. And I just said, yeah, I get that. I mean, we should, but I said, people should also mow my lawn for free, and people should do a lot of things for me for free, but they don't. And that's just life, because people who are doing something usually want some sort of return for it. Now, in this movement, in this truth movement, it's tough to do what we do. And so what Austin and I tried to set up was a way that we could reimburse the speakers for being there. And we think we set up a pretty good method. And we wanted to offer it a price that was what we saw as being worth it. And so at $50, we think that that's worth, you're supporting these people, the speakers that you like, that you enjoy. And at the same time, you're getting 2 days full of information packed in one, kind of a condensed package. So you don't have to go looking everywhere for everything. It's kind of these people's best that they have, they're bringing to this table. And it's 2 days, and it includes singing and music from Conspiracy Music Guru, who, I've already done the prelims with him, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. And then you get, you finish the night with comedy with Alex Stein and Owen Benjamin on Saturday. And so really anything else that you do is going to cost that much. If you go to dinner with just you and your wife, it's going to cost you $50. Go to the movie, $50. So I get it that it's expensive, because if I went to a movie, which I don't, but if I did, I would complain and be like, yeah, it's a little bit expensive. So if that's how you look at what we do, well, then I get it. I think that truth is the most valuable thing that there is. And so I want to reimburse those people that are doing this for a living. People like Amanda Vollmer. And, do people think that, this is a part-time thing for? No, she's putting full-time work into this stuff. And for me, I would have never realized that, sorry, I see it on the screen's not correct. I would have never realized some of the things about germ theory on my own. How would I have ever realized that? How would I have ever come to that conclusion? So I owe my current understanding of different things about this world to researchers that have been putting in the good hard work to do it. And so if I wanted to attend an event that was $50 and it was going towards Amanda and the people that were speaking at that event, then, I would do it because I'm giving back to that person for what they've done for me. And again, if you don't think anybody in that conference has done anything for your truth movement, then I get it. Then I wouldn't pay either. I wouldn't, write emails and complain, but I just wouldn't worry about it. It's not a big deal. If you don't think it's worth it, then don't pay the money by any stretch of the imagination. Never pay for something you don't think is worth it. The good thing is that this is not mandatory, like your, government money or your government taxes and things that you pay. This is not mandatory, and you can choose not to attend the event. And people say, "But you're just going to release the videos a month later." Well, probably that's usually what happens. Yeah, that people will be allowed to put them up on their channel down the road. So that's just the way that it goes. I get it. It's not ideal. Sure, we would love to do this for free and then have everything paid for, my house paid. It's just not realistic, right? So not the way it works out. Let me check one other thing here. So yeah, anyway, please check out temms.live. Please look for the coupon code. Use that coupon code to get 50% off. And then we also wanted to make it, it's another thing I didn't mention. We also wanted to make it worth the money. So there's lots of deals in the coupon deal, the goodie bags, virtual goodie bags, if you will. And again, if you were just to use, I'm giving it, well, that's for VIPs, but for VIPs, I gave a 50% off discount for my store. And if you were to use that on the right item, you immediately would get your money back. Same thing with some of the other ones. There's, 25% off here and there. You got the full album of Implosive Zams. You got the Fluvid 19 and the next level from Hibbler. So, I mean, those things are, what were they? I forgot what their price was originally, like $7 or something. So you get, it's $14 for free right there. So we tried to pack it with enough stuff that it almost made it free. And, so we tried to do the best we can. People still aren't happy. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And it's been stressful. Certainly not something I'm wanting to do again. But it's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. And if it wasn't for the email issue today, I'd probably feel a little bit differently if it wasn't for that email issue. But I guess when you're not getting the right open amounts or something, they optimize. I don't know, bunch of nonsense. All right, let me just sign into here real quick and let's see what else we have. What do you know about tomorrow? Tomorrow is 11/11/11. And if you know anything about me, you know that is my wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary. And if you know anything about me, you'll know that it's been 11 years. It'll be 11 years on 11/11/22 from when I got married on 11/11/11. And how I'll be spending it? I'll be spending it at the True Earth Mount Meru Summit. That's how I'll be spending it. So we'll get to do something fun with my wife after that. Obviously not during the show. That would be weird and probably frowned upon. I'm guessing. I don't know. It depends on what kind of people are there. But let's see. What did I get from my wife? I got her a custom song. How about that, huh? Pretty good of me. So I had a beat that I liked, a song that I liked, and I kind of wrote my own lyrics to it. And then I reached out to Conspiracy Music Guru and had him put the beat together. Then I reached out to Leaky Damas, who does my intro video and also does. Sorry, I know you're like, what are we staring at that screen for? Put that up for a second. So we reached out to Leaky and had him sing my lyrics, and I think it came out pretty good. I'll just play the beginning of it, just so you can hear it. Just it's cute. See if you think it's a cute song. But I can't play too much of it because it does get, it's for us, for me and the wifey. So I'll just play a smidgen of it so you can hear Leaky. You can hear a nice little piano accompaniment. Is that what you call it? From Conspiracy Music Guru. If I can find the song, that's right. I don't know if this is the one or not. No, I don't remember. Hold on. Let me see if this is it. Huh. I think it's this one, but no, it's this one. Here we go. All right, well, let's listen to a little bit of this. Here we go. No. I wonder why that doesn't go anywhere. Maybe we're not going to listen to it. Right click? No. Oh, wait. Click it. Is there a download button? Yeah, download. Sorry, it's in the iCloud. I got to get it out of the iCloud. Waiting for web push Apple. Okay. There we go. So let's do the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, baby. Come on. Whew. 11/11/11. What's that? This is a feel-good vibe right here, baby. Going back in time. What was it? 11 years ago? Let's do this. You ready? Turn it up. Turn me up. More volume. Here we go. It all started at that interview. One look at you and I saw trouble I surely get into. Quickly we went from flirting to breaking every rule. It's probably illegal what we did in that back room. 3-month inappropriate behavior disorder. And what I do made you employee of the quarter. You shouldn't have even been a candidate. But when I gave you heavy merchandise, you fucking handled it. That day at Lost, when you interviewed me. Come here. In your head you said one day you'll marry me.
Anyway, that's the song. Fantastic. Happy anniversary to my lovely wife. 11 years, and I hope for 111 more and 135 more children. So we got to get moving because we're a little bit behind. Currently sitting on solely one. All right, let's bring it back to the speaker's corner. We've got the clock ready. We've got the lines open. And let's start with any guesses? Who's going to be first in the gate? You're correct. It is Sacred Knowledge. Sacred, welcome. We are moving through everything quickly today, so your 3 minutes begins ahora.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, some monkeys. Go ahead.
Yeah. The new Beatles. What's going on?
Not a lot.
The Black Beatles. So going straight to the point, I wanted to ask you something. There was did you cut off the last speaker's corner? It was only like 11 minutes and some seconds.
Yes. Did you read the description? It says, because remember the guy who called in first started going through a list of all the false flags. I would have definitely gotten a strike. So I moved. It's just a Rokfin.
So you sent it to Rokfin? Oh, I see. All right. I was just wondering what happened, because it was also like before that, earlier in the day, you had done a different show, and I never saw that one come out, but it doesn't matter. I hope maybe you'll premiere it one day, though.
Premiere what?
I think there was a show you did 2 in one day. You decided to start talking about like the God thing again, so you decided to do a second show. But first, earlier you had done yeah.
I think it was 2 weeks ago. But anyway,
yeah. And it never aired. It never really aired, the first show.
On Rokfin.
It's on there too.
Everything's on Rokfin.
I got you. So I wanted to correct myself a couple things. I just wanted to ask you that real fast.
Okay.
But last time I was trying to describe what I think this Pandora, the pan that we live in, used to be like before the destruction. So I described a little bit of it, but I got kind of cut off. So I wanted to correct something I said that we built the dome. I don't think we built the dome. I think the pan, the dome, and the center of the torus, the most powerful, massive energy field in the center, that was all there first. And I believe whatever beings appeared here came out of the center of the torus. I think that's where they came from. That's where it emanates life. It's like that tree of life on the Avatar movie where they can like plug in, they hear the ancestors and little kids playing. Well, they're kind of telling you about what's at the center of the torus. That's like the Akashic records is there. I mean, that's basically a consciousness is there. But anyway, don't want to get too much in that. So that's like the producer of life. I think the center of the torus produces the energy. And then life came from there. Then it got advanced perhaps, and we started building structures like that Arctic circle that surrounds the pan. And like I was saying, that a continent, it's a melted kingdom. Because it used to be heaven on earth. It wasn't anything like it is now. You can't even imagine it. But like if you were coming up on a continent, you would see it out on the horizon. And as you approach it, the wall would get bigger, probably like a 200-foot high wall. And now it's sticking out of the ocean. But the oceans used to not be there. So the ocean floors were the bottom of the pan. That's the real floor. And then the structures were built. But I believe there was probably a different type of life too. And the point I'm trying to make is that it was very advanced. That's why there's these, and in the Matrix movie, they talk about how there's these used to be underground railways that span for hundreds of miles under the city, underground. It talks about that in all sorts of movies and about underground railways. Well, if we built this gigantic structure that got melted and now we call it a continent and we're walking on it, and it used to have like bigger structure. See, like first you would get up on top of that structure, travel for hundreds of miles, and there'd be another pyramid, another structure on top. So but now that's the floor that we're walking on. But it used to be this whole place was built is what I'm trying to. And so like for example, to explain so you can get a better idea of that, like what
exactly are you smoking and where can I get some?
I've shown you pictures of right at the shore how you see structures. You see that structure at the shore?
Yeah, I haven't never seen that picture though before.
I've shown you a bunch of them at the shores.
You've shown me, but never that picture. I said.
Yeah, I know. I've shown you other ones too. But when you start researching, you're going to see at the shores where the ocean, where the shoreline is. That's where you're going to see that was all structured before it got destroyed. And so, and they built underground, like they could travel through the structure. So that's where these underground like railways are that people talk about that span hundreds of miles, because that's how they would travel. They would travel on top, but also travel underground because it was like I mean, we can't even fathom, but it's obvious. Like they did it in such a way that you can't even imagine what the ancient world was like.
No, I cannot. All right, I gotta let you go. We got people behind you. That's your time. You went over.
Go to the Tartarian meltdown and start watching.
There
so you understand. We live in a melted civilization that used to exist. We're living on top of it.
Gotcha. All right, thanks.
All right.
We've got Bastard Chris. What's up, you
mic check?
You bastard. Yeah, your mic works fine.
Excellent. Hey, so I have a little presentation today. Is
awesome.
it possible I can present?
I believe that works. I hope it does. Let's see what happens when you do it. I think that if I turn this one on, turn this off, yeah, should be able to work. You just go down to hit present, and then
I'm gonna try that.
Yep. Oops. There you go. Now I'm gonna add it to the stream. There you go.
Should be seeing. Oh, actually, no, that's not going to work. Cause I'm gonna have to do. Hold on. I'll just do the entire screen.
Okay.
In 1 second, because it's gonna be full screen.
No problem. I will get this squared up so it's ready for you. And whenever you share, I'm ready.
You should be seeing it or no?
Yep, I see it. It's there you go. That screen?
Should be seeing the leading causes of delusion.
Yeah, you can see above you on the screen there. Do you see, or can you see the StreamYard? You should see what it looks like there. It looks good. You're good. Never mind. You can't see it if you have only one monitor. Sorry, go ahead. It's good though. We can yeah, there you go. That right there.
Okay, so
ready?
Yeah, this is a little. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, clock's on.
So this is a little desultory presentation on the leading causes of delusion from the perspectives, opinions, and experiences of an ostentatious bastard. Okay, so I'm going to quote Robert Farason, who some of you may know, on historical lies. He says, in a historical lie, you have very few liars, and then you have a tremendous amount of victims of the lie. And the more it goes into history, the number of the victims of the lie grows, while the number of liars gets smaller and smaller. So that's one cause of delusions. I want to go over a couple definitions here. So delude is to deceive the mind or the judgment of the mind. And yeah, just to be clear here, we can be deluded by other people, or we can be deluded by ourselves. But essentially, we're deluded by ourselves. It's the influence of other people that we allow to delude us. And then as a noun, it's kind of the same thing, but a false belief held in spite of invalidating evidence. A couple of examples there. And then I wanted to distinguish an illusion. And it was hard to find a good definition of illusion, but something as a fantastic plan of desire that causes an erroneous belief or perception. So illusions presented as such, we don't tend to believe, but when illusions are presented as real, a mass amount of people tend to believe them. I just want to go over quick key fallacies that lead to delusion. The appeal to authority. Liam would have something to say about that, or would be an example about that. A non sequitur, it's basically when your premises don't line up, there's information missing. The false cause fallacy, seen a lot of this with Covicia mania. And then most people are familiar with straw man and the ad hominem fallacy. And what I'm about to get to next is reification. And this may be a word that's not very common to most people, but I hope you'll add it to your vocabulary. It's a very important thing to understand. To reify is to regard or treat an abstraction as if it had a concrete or material existence. And then the noun there, I guess I won't go over reading it, but examples of reification. So on the map, the borders there, those are an example of reification. If you believe in borders, you are reifying. Law is words on paper. I could tell you what it is factually, perhaps in my next presentation. But if you believe words on paper are more than words on paper, you are reifying. If you believe you can break words on paper, aka the law, you are reifying. Asking people about Santa Claus, what they got from Santa Claus, is reifying. Proliferating the globe is reification. And believing or proliferating that mathematics is non-axiomatic and can prove anything outside of itself is believing in mathematics can prove anything outside of itself by itself is reification. And also believing in Covicia is reification. So that was my presentation.
I like it.
Yeah.
How
volunteers.
Go ahead. Give out your stuff there.
Yeah, it's there on screen. You can rewind or whatever. You can find me on Telegram. You can email me, and you can find me on Discord. But I got some privacy there, so email me if you want to connect with me on Discord.
Sweet. So, what made you write that? What made you do that presentation? Last week's show?
Well, I wanted to do a little bit more. Sorry about I wanted to do a little bit more towards voting, and I realized it was going to be late. I wanted to talk about Lysander Spooner and the Constitution. There's a lot of reification there. But yeah, I was a little behind the curve there.
No, it was good. I think that it draws into play a lot of what we've been seeing from, and even I would say both sides. I don't even want to just blame the other side. It's this side as well, who does kind of the same thing. But, Liam was a great example of that. Everything he, when I told him that charges didn't exist or that there's no proton or neutron, he like lost his mind. And again, those are definitely reification when you're just talking about a concept or an idea or a model. And this is the problem with science, is that these guys have convinced people, and I don't even know how, because they won't even say it. You don't even hear the scientists say that those things are real. You just hear people who believe that science is everything, that thinks that it has to be real because science says it is. They don't understand a model.
Right. And science doesn't say anything. Science is it's a method. It doesn't say anything. So that's a form of reification. I believe.
There you go. See, I just did that. There you go. So because it's men who do the observing, right? Men who do the experiments.
Right. And so, to take a statement like that to its, to a non-reifying statement, you have to get rid of that abstraction, of that non-concreteness, so you'd have to say Neil deGrasse Tyson says, or, whatever, or this experiment led to this result.
Right.
But abstracting it is reification and doesn't lead to clarity. It leads to delusion.
Right. And somebody I see in the chat saying that that kid was trolling me. I do not think that person was trolling. I don't think Liam was trolling. I think that he really believed that. It's not a very good troll to call this show and be like, oh, no, we should believe scientists. And did you hear how mad he got when I told him there's no charges and there's no proton? It's like, what? Oh, my God. So anyway, thanks so much. I hope to have you back next week with another fantastic presentation.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Sweet. Let's go with Daniel Stevenson. Welcome to the show. So we need more people to do things like that. Okay, took some time, put that into his little presentation. Maybe those are the people in the future that will get to go longer, and the people who just call in and kind of go, those people will kind of cut off short. Daniel, welcome to the show.
Hey, I just want to congratulate you on your anniversary.
Hey, thank you. That's very kind of you.
I used to be a flat earther.
Oh, no, another one.
But not anymore. I realized that there are a lot of things I don't know, and
wait,
you have every right to
Liam?
speculate. You have every right to speculate, but again,
time out. Is this Liam?
Who?
Liam. I'm gonna have to hang up on this person, whoever it is, because you sound exactly like the person Liam.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you go for a second. Go ahead.
I was fortunate enough to sit down with an astrophysicist, and he was able to answer all my questions regarding, flat Earth and globe Earth. And I would also.
Why are you lying? Why lie? Why lie? Don't you feel like a dirtbag?
No, I'm saying that you should also be open-minded and allow people from other perspectives to give their opinions.
We do, and that's what I'm doing. But you don't sound. You sound like the same guy from last week. So why not just say you're the same guy?
You're talking about, but
I don't care.
You should actually invite an astrophysicist on.
We just had what's his name on? Bryant.
Who is he?
Bryant, who did his debate with Austin, and we had a little hangout with himself, me, and Dave Weiss.
And were you convinced?
Convinced of what?
That the Earth is a globe.
No. Convinced the Earth is a globe.
Will you ever be convinced that the Earth is a globe?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, I guess. It would take a lot of evidence. And it would probably at this point taking me seeing it for myself, number one. And number two, God, I mean, even if that, I mean, I guess it would have to be make sure that there's nothing like no windows that I'm seeing that might be curved or anything like that. Because I can tell this is such a big deception. And they've lied about so much. So I don't know where I would just give them permission to, like, for instance, for me to believe in the ever expanding universe, right? Or to believe that they can rewind the sky clock. Those things are not provable. So will I ever believe that? No, probably not. I don't think that.
So basically what you're saying is, even if I gave you a bunch load of evidence to suggest that the Earth is a globe, you will never believe in it.
No, I didn't say that. If you give me the right kind of evidence, sure. But how are you going to give me evidence that we can rewind the sky clock? How are you going to give me evidence that we know the size of the sun? Because we don't.
We do. We do know what the sun is made of. We do know what the size is.
Liam, you're the exact same guy.
What are you talking about?
Oh man,
I congratulated you.
I know, and I'm leaving.
Congratulated
That doesn't
you
matter.
on your
It doesn't.
anniversary,
So then
and
I let
now
you
you
lie.
accuse me of being someone else.
Because you're not somebody. It's the same person. We can tell voices, dude. It's not hard to tell. You said the exact same words as last week.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right. Do you have anything good to say or no?
I used to be just like you. I used to think that the Earth is flat.
You did not used to think the Earth was flat.
I came back and realized how stupid I was.
Okay, let me give you some trivia questions with the flat Earth, okay?
Sure.
So, I don't know, how far is Mars?
Millions of miles away.
Okay, how many millions?
I don't know what the exact numbers are.
Okay.
But
so you name some flat Earth writers. Somebody who's written a book.
Dave Murphy.
I mean, like people from the past, not current people. Yeah, so
I'm not sure.
Yeah, you were never a flat earther. I mean, so you're just lying.
I was a flat earther. I used to think that the Earth was flat. I used to
when
think
was
that we lived in a
when was used to
motionless, stationless plane, but that's all bullshit.
That's
it's
all bullshit.
A psyop created by the CIA, and you are part of it.
Yeah. How did the CIA create a psyop that I found on my own?
Because Flat Earth is actually a CIA program. It was designed by.
I thought you
CIA
believed in evidence and things like that. So what's the evidence of that?
I can provide you with the evidence.
Sure.
It's definitely a psyop. I mean, like it came out of nowhere. Like, let's be honest.
Oh, things that came out of nowhere are psyops.
Why are you?
Why would tell me this though? Why would the government do a psyop that completely removes any belief in the government at all? Removes belief in schools, removes belief in education centers and colleges and scientists and teachers and NASA. And what kind of psyop is that? Why
see how faithful people are to the system.
The government never has done that before. When have they done that?
The jab.
Wait a second. Okay, we can't talk about that. But I'm talking about one other time that they have purposely eroded confidence in themselves.
There are many, many examples of that.
So give me one.
What happened in 2001. What happened recently with the stay at home, all this nonsense like that. Those are all test cases to see how loyal and faithful you are to the system.
Okay, and so when you're missing it. So if they're seeing how loyal you are to the system, then this is another case where you're proving to be loyal to the system. So you're the government's little whipping boy.
Absolutely, I trust the government. I believe in the government. I'm faithful to the government. I'm faithful to the system.
Yeah, I know.
Worship the system. I worship the government.
All right, you're just full of shit. I can't see with this guy. I wish people were just real. Just be real, for God's sakes. How hard is it to be a legit human being and give me your honest opinion and not play games? The whole problem with this world is people like that. Everybody's playing games. Everybody's having fun. Everybody's just joking around. I get it, but it's still not. It still makes no sense to me. I mean, why can't we just operate on a really is level and not nonsense bullshit, blow smoke up people's asses, like for our own amusement? It's not that hard. It's not that hard. You just present yourself as you really are. And I know it's tough for some people because they're scared shitless of what people might say about them, but just be yourself. If people don't like you, they don't like you. People don't like me all the time. They get over it or they move on. And what are you going to do? All right, let's see. Is there anybody else in line? We're going to end this one early. If we don't get anybody to jump on, jump on it. Jump on it. I'm just laughing at what that last caller. You can't really think that. Why do people keep saying, though, that it's posh and to say hi to... Who said say hi to Jim Bob? I don't know. Why would those people call and act like that? It doesn't make sense to me. I don't think that's what's going on. But it was clearly whoever the person was last week. Clearly was this week. So again, I hope that I'm going to take a second here. I'll let you guys go ahead and go over and purchase your tickets to the conference tomorrow, and we'll pick it up as soon as everybody who's in the chat has purchased a ticket. So we'll wait. You can go ahead right now. We'll wait for you. I'm just kidding. We don't have to wait for you. Anyway, if you could be so kind, it would be awesome if you could help out those speaking and Austin and myself and join the very cool True Earth Mount Meru Summit. And starts tomorrow at 4. Doors open at 3 Pacific time. And then Saturday we go about 10 to 7, also Pacific time. Tomorrow we're going to go into the wee hours of the night, well past midnight. I don't think David Avocado Wolf stops speaking until shortly after midnight Eastern. And then even after that, we've got the panel show with Eddie Bravo. That should be fun. Should be fun. Have Eddie, Sean, myself, Austin, David Avocado Wolf, and David Weiss. We got to come up with a... Oh, yeah, I remember I used to call him David Maldonado Weiss. All right, let's see what else we got here. Globe Earth is stupid. I can't disagree with that. Let's look at something real quick. You tell me if this is... You tell me. Because let's pretend Liam's real and that he didn't just call in and lie to me. Didn't lie to my face. And let's just look at this and think that people believe this is what's happening right now. Here we go. Just hanging. Just there. Just the blackness of space. What's holding it up? Well, nothing's holding it up, of course. It's being held up by its own inertia as it's traveling around the sun at 66,500. Holy smokes! That got me a little bit. Didn't know I was going to go to the next one. You know what's funny is I got mad last week because it kept replaying my videos after I was done with them. So I turned that off, and now I'm pissed because I'm like, oh, it's just going to go to the next one every time. I don't want that. So that's funny. Anyway, look at that. I mean, that's just... How could you disagree with that? At least in my video here, there's stars in the background. Can't say that for these other ones. Do I have this one still? Oh, I don't have it anymore. I was going to say I thought I had it. All right, let's go to the phones. Unless we finish watching. I mean, look at this. How do you not think you live there? I know I live there. That's just me. And the gravity is, holding up the trillions and trillions, maybe quadrillions of pounds of ocean waters because everything pulls to the center because we say so. But then again, we are reminded sometimes about this.
I can explain it. Oh, I can explain it with science. Oh,
science. Oh, what was math busy? I'm gonna go wash your beakers.
And entertainers.
Stop it. Sorry, get a little bit. Tone Blair. Whoa, welcome to the show.
Yo.
What it is.
Oh, man, that dude is hilarious, man.
I would like to have a conversation if he was real, but you don't think he is.
Yeah, it's like, what's his motivation, man? Like, I mean, it's a waste of his time, too. It's like, what's going on?
That's what I mean. Some people just have time to waste. I don't have time to waste.
Man, so what's your latest on Bitcoin and all that, man?
Well, here's the short of it. That if people understood crypto, they would understand that we could change the world tomorrow. The world, the reign of these elite, the reign of the tyrants would be over, because if people just understood that there is a way that we can exchange value without the need of a third party. It's called cryptocurrency. It will exist forever. It's never going anywhere. It can't go away. The cat's out of the bag. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about as far as that goes, you need to research it yourself so you realize, oh, I see how this works. Oh, I see where it came from. Oh, I see how it just came out in 2010 and then, or whatever, 2000, was it 10? So then from there, people would understand that we could actually tomorrow, if everybody stopped using government issued debt notes and went to real value, exchange of value between people, that we could be done paying taxes. We could be done with this reign of terror. Unfortunately, people are like Liam. They're married to the government. They think that government money is good and that cryptocurrency is bad. And they fall for every little psyop or whatever happens with the market. And people say things like, oh, I told you crypto was a scam. Look, it crashed yesterday. It's like, yeah, well, what happened to what about the people who got in for $1 or $5 or $10? Did it crash for them? Right? No, they're still well into profit, and that's really where you want to be. So I think that we still got a lot of bumpy roads to go, and people fall prey to what the mainstream says and what's going on in the market, and they don't really understand yet person-to-person exchange of value. And let me just say it again, one last time, and then I'll let you go. I'll start your clock. That people need to understand that the central bank digital currency that's coming, okay, is not cryptocurrency. Okay? Cryptocurrency is person-to-person exchange of value without the need of a third party. So that's me sending to you with no need for any third party. Guess what? With crypto, you can do that. It's a simple code that they put in. Basically, you're just playing with the code. That's it. Now, if the government comes along and says, hey, we created a cryptocurrency, then that's between them and the one person that they trade with, and then that can be a person to person. But if it's trying to involve you and me, or them and two other, then you understand it's not person to person anymore. It's person to person with government created and backed and orchestrated and implemented currency. Well, that's the same thing we already have. So the central bank digital currency is no different than your debit cards that you use now. Okay? It's just a way of eliminating cash probably and having even more control. So people are so dumb that they will fall for it and they'll go hook, line, and sinker into it. As soon as they come out with it and they say, oh, we have a $1,500 in CDBC that we will give you for $1,000 in cash, people will go and throw their money at them, get their $1,500 and feel like they've done well for themselves. And it's just going to be subjecting you to the worst kind of slavery you've ever seen, and the worst kind of oversight and surveillance. Not good. All right, I'm gonna let you go. You can say your piece if you want, starting ahora.
Man, so I liked how that dude had a presentation ready, and it would be better if more people did that. I'm just listening while I'm driving, so I don't really have shit to say, but I'm like, let me call in since the line is free. You know what I mean?
Yep. So what's your thoughts on the crypto?
I don't really know, but I know that, I keep on seeing it go down and down and down. And yeah, my first initial thought is like, should I pull the little money I have out so I just don't lose it completely? But part of me wants to like hang on and feel like, oh no, I made it through and now it's fucking on the way back up again and all that. I was going to ask you too, I feel like there's always the latest news.
Oh, I lost you. I don't know where you went. Oh, good. Now you're back. Go ahead.
Oh, my phone was calling. I was saying, is there like a new crypto coming out that like people should pay attention to that you know of?
Yeah, well, I mean, Richard Hart created Pulse and.
See again, man. My wife keeps on calling me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Richard Hart created Pulse and Pulse X, and those are supposed to be out soon. They're already way overdue. So when those come out, I would, if it was me and I were you, I would try and get a little bit of that. I think it could be something that comes along and even maybe starts to eat into the Ether category a little bit, the Ethernet, Ethereum. And then as far as, to me, it's a clear time to buy. I mean, that's just, I think if you really think about Bitcoin, what is it at now? Like, is it back up to like 18,000 or 17,000? So yeah, we can pretend. I mean, if you just want to pretend you bought a Bitcoin today and just see how you feel in 3 months. I don't think there's any chance that in 3 months you are down money. No way.
Yeah.
So again,
yeah, that's a good perspective.
Yeah, I just think there's no way. And so when you see things drop like this, the problem is that all of a sudden nobody wants any consultations. Nobody wants to buy. Everybody wants to get away from it. So the price drops down here. Now it'll start moving back up. And then when it starts going up and gets to 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, you watch the people that then want to have a consultation and get involved. Now, I don't see a problem in that, and here's why. Because you should be buying and holding. I've told people a million times that for me, this is a 10-year, 20-year plan, not a 4-year plan, not a 3-year plan. And so I've only been talking about it on my channel for less than 2 years, I think. So again, that's a long ways to go still in a 10-year plan. And your hope is that some of this stuff gets ironed out. There'll only be 21 million Bitcoins ever. So if you can get one, that's fantastic to me, because one Bitcoin, and I've said this before, there's only 21 million in the world ever. And that's not even true, because they say like 3 million have been lost. Now that's a guess. You wouldn't be able to really know that, but let's say there's 3 million lost. Then you're down to 18 million total. Then they say that 1 million is locked up in Satoshi's wallets that will probably never be opened. So you're down to 17 million. So if you can have one of 17 million of something, now if you look at houses in the United States, there is 150 million houses. Okay. And right now, if you have one of those 150 million houses, you're sitting pretty, right? It's probably worth, I don't know, 300-400 grand. And it's because you have one of them out of very few. And there'll be no more land, right? There's no more lands coming out of the ocean or anything. No more islands are going to appear. So to me, I think it's a no-brainer to try and get a Bitcoin and hold on to it and see where it is in 10 years.
Yeah, I like that, man. I like that perspective. Hey, man, so I heard the music, but real quick, man. So, yeah, tomorrow will be my official 1 year sober of drinking.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was a fucking raging lunatic alcoholic, man. And, yeah, so tomorrow is my 1 year, man.
You feeling healthier?
I did a little... I am big
Good.
time, but also like my brain is kind of fucked up from it, man. So
Well,
if anybody's out there, man, get off that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, any kind of substance abuse is not going to be good for your brain long term.
No, absolutely, man. But no, I am feeling good. I'm in shape, feeling healthy, and just used to think about all the stupid ass shit I did, man. And it was really dumb. I wasted a lot of time.
Probably lucky to be alive
hey,
too.
Man, so I'll let you go after this, but I'm going to get you that damn beat here soon because I'm the dude that's always like, oh, I'm going to make you a beat. Never do. I'm going to get that to you. You're on my list.
All right, put me on the list. I love a good beat.
I'll holler at you, man. Good shit. I'll talk to you.
Peace.
Peace.
All righty. We are on to the next. Oops, there was somebody there. Now they're gone. All right. Well, maybe it's going to be a short show, which wouldn't be that upsetting. I only wanted to go to 9 anyway because I've got a lot more to get ready for tomorrow. And I do think, do we have a time yet? Let me think. So tomorrow I got to be 3-2, probably at 12 noon. If things are going the way we think, Austin and I are going to do a simulcast pre-show. So that'll be, I'm guessing it'll be 12 noon for maybe an hour tomorrow at my normal Jeranism show time, but there will be no Jeranism show. So I pretty much figured out you guys knew that one. But no Jeranism show tomorrow with the summit. But we are going to have a little simulcast. We're going to try and do it. I couldn't figure it out with Jeffrey Daughtry, but I figured it out now, at least in my head. In my head, it works. And so that should be fun. Let's check the chat. If you have any questions, you can ask in the chat, but make sure you put them at me so I can see them. Otherwise, I miss them. Thank you very much. Taking Back Eden says, come on, people. Send in SCs or via PayPal to Jaren. Oh, I did get a couple super chat. Cash apps. Let me look at those real quick. Let me see what we got here. We got one from Plum Level Square Bear. Says $5 tip. Support what you... Oh, that's... Huh. Okay. Well, these are Rokfin tips. I got you. I was going to go back and do these after. I thought these were Cash App. And then Andrew B. sent $5. Says NASA doesn't do it for free. Instead, they steal taxes from
That's too much money, man.
everyone while they continue to show us lies. Keep up the great work. I have to admit, on TikTok, I was going through some TikTok videos this week, and I found this girl who was all upset about NASA, hates NASA. Look at their stealing money. We could be feeding babies. And as I'm reading through there, I noticed that she keeps saying something about $56,000 a day. I'm like, what is she talking about? So I look further, and she thought that they were getting $56,000 a day. So I messaged her. I'm like, can I help you with your math here? She's like, what math? I'm like, where did you get 56 million? And she said, or 56,000. She goes, oh, their budget is 21.3 or 23.1 million a year. I'm like, no. That's billions. She's like, what? I'm like, that's billions. They get $56 million. And I think it's actually up to 63 or 65, maybe $68 million a day. And she was like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm like, well, now as I saw how upset you were before when you thought they got 56,000 a day. Now realize they get it's just a slight bit more. I do not drink at all. This is beyond a joke. I do not drink at all. It's not good for you. It's a poison. And I like to keep my body poison free. So I do not drink. I had like a margarita at the last conference. Where was that at? In Dallas? Actually, I don't even know if I did drink one in Dallas. Maybe I'm thinking of Denver. It might have been Denver last time I drank. It's pretty funny. But yeah, 56,000 versus 56 million. It's close. It's close. It's just what would be the factor there? It would be a factor of 1,000. So you're talking about 1,000 times more money than she thought. So she better be 1,000 times more upset. That's my hope there. See what else we got. Jaren is the king. All right, Angela Baby Carson, man. It's you just moved up in my book as well. Did this dude just say volcanoes aren't real? Who, me? I don't think I heard that from anybody. Let's see what happens. Fran says, I bought what I could afford to lose, willing to see what happens. Yeah, exactly. Again, I've told this story a million times, but if you saw what happened to me with Bitcoin, we had 50 Bitcoin in a wall safe. Now, here's the thing you have to understand, that you can't just always look at the top amount and say, oh, well, Bitcoin got to 70,000, and if I would have sold those 50 at 70,000, nobody can do that. Nobody's got that kind of mind that they know when the high point is and when they stop. So, no, you would have sold it on the way up there, right? There's like nobody who, bought Bitcoin for a penny is still holding it and waiting for, they've already sold, just because people would have to do that. But it did teach me that if there's anything else I could have done for money, it would have been smarter, right? So we basically lived, when I first started on YouTube, 2015, 2016, 2017, we basically lived off those 50 Bitcoin. Because I was able to sell them when they were worth 1,000, sell them when they were worth 1,400, sell them when they were 1,700, whatever. And it kept us afloat. Now, come to find out, Bitcoin was eventually worth 70,000. Now, if I would have kept those 50 Bitcoin, could I have sold them when I got to 70,000? Yes. But the problem is, again, I needed money, so I probably would have sold it when I got to 2,000 or 3,000 or 5,000. So the goal is really to get enough horses in the race to, if something like this happens again, it doesn't have to be Bitcoin. There's other coins. Now I've got 8, 9 coins in the race, where if any of those 8, 9 ever becomes big, then I have a certain number in my head where I would sell. And that's what you want to have, is that number in your head, right? So if you had those 50 Bitcoin and you said, all right, I'm going to sell if I ever worth 2 million, right? That I think is a good plan, because with 2 million, you could probably retire. You could probably get a house. You could probably relax a little. And then for me, I would still do things like this. So 2 million would be plenty. So that's what you want to do. I'm not trying to get filthy rich. I'm not going to hold these till they're worth 100 million. No. But my wife and I decided that rather than spend money now on things that we don't need, or what are we going to do? Take my son to Disneyland? I mean, come on, we don't need to do that. He would never remember anyway. We would be miserable anyway. We hate lines, hate people. So we wouldn't enjoy that. So we figured it's better to put this money away into certain coins now, and then in 10 years, see where we're at. And if in 10 years, those coins all went to zero, every single one of them goes to zero, we'll be able to look back and be like, well, what would we have done with that money anyways? What would we have done? If we would have saved it as dollars, okay, well, now the dollars were basically nothing. It's going, down more and more every day. We could have gone on a vacation. Great. It's not the end of the world, right? But what we don't want to have happen is us to spend that money now on stupid shit, going to on a vacation or doing something like that. And then in 10 years, realizing that if we would have put that money into one of these coins, that we would be done. We'd be retired. And that's really what we want. That's my ultimate goal. But I'm very simple. I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to be powerful. I want a house in Texas where I can kick back with my son, with my wife, and a pool. And then all my wife's friends come over. That's my dream. All right, let's go to Flatman X. Welcome to the show.
Oh, I'm trying to get my headphones on. My computer's updating. How you doing, Jaron?
Good, yourself?
Doing good. I just wanted to call in before the show ends and just tell everybody how much I love them, and I appreciate all your hard work, dog. And
you too.
Shout out to the Mellow Dome.
I don't know if people know how hard this guy works. This guy's on constantly doing videos, doing clips. If people don't know, I'm sure they know that you do some of my clips, and you're a hard worker.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. It's all because of people like you and all the great people in the community, and even the haters. They don't even understand all the fuel that they give to people like us. It really sets the fire and puts things in motion and put things in perspective. So shout out to the Jeranism family and everybody in the chat room. Be holding it down with your boys, Mellow Dome and Dearth, Glowbusters. We all here, baby. We loving it.
Sweet.
Thank you for everything you do.
Yeah, and tell everybody when you're on Mellow Dome, what's the day of that show, and when you're on the Wake and Bake.
Oh, that's right. It's every Sunday morning, 9:00. Check out the Mellow Dome. Also, my boy THC.live and Grounded Extracts for all your herbal remedy necessities. And then your boy FMX, for all your editing epic needs. I'm always here for you.
Reach out to him.
Reach out to me. But I'll leave you alone.
All right.
Have a great night and peace out.
Peace, bro. That was Flatman X. And let's go back to the chat, see if there's anything else we need to get down here. That must be why they call it edging the market. Do you drink much? I already read that one. Susan Orion, Dr. Susan, says, can you do a show investigating NASA's money laundering, i.e. collusion with so-called enemies like China and Russia? That sounds like a great show. I'm going to write that down. Yep, that sounds great. I just think that, NASA's a jobs program, and that's why they can't get rid of it, because, it's not just NASA, but all the offshoots, right? So the Skunk Works and the Lockheed Martin and the various other, what do they call the other one? Northrop Grumman. So all those little offshoots equate to a lot of jobs. I wouldn't even place a number on it, over 100,000 jobs. So, talk about killing the economy. And then it just recycles money, right? Because they say they're spending it on space, but they really just put it back into the community. See what I'm saying? That the money comes back from the government to NASA, then NASA goes and buys things from Northrop Grumman, who just pays employees, and it's just kind of this vicious circle. And then obviously some of it goes to black ops and things like that. But yes, that'd be a great show. We've got what is made by Jim Bob here? Jim's not watching the show. That'd be funny. I'd go back to trading goods and services, but it's not what I want. It's operating within its parameters. Get into crypto now before it hits the next bull run. I think that's a good idea. I really do. Let's see where we're at. How can you make money on crypto without anybody else losing money? Well, I guess that you could say the same thing about stocks, really, right? I mean, it's just a value, but really it does come from other people. So that is true, for the most part. It is true that as people buy at a certain price, and you can kind of think of it like a stair step, right? So if you buy in at 5,000 and it gets to 10,000 and you sell, well, you're probably selling to somebody. They bought in at 10,000. Now, if they sell at 15,000, then you're selling to somebody who gets in at 15,000. So really, nobody's losing money because they're all buying the item for the value that it is. See what I'm saying? So it's not really losing money. Let's go to Jamie Nelson. He's in the house. Jamie, welcome. Welcome.
Hey, bro, how's it going?
What's up?
You're like a flat earther?
Oh, boy. What a loser. What a loser. That was Liam again, who has no life. Can you imagine? Wait, let's take some bets. When's the last time Liam got laid? Any bets? I'm going to go with February of 2018. February of 2018, which was also his first time. It's pretty cool. Did he perform well? No. And hence, not another time. So, anyway, let's see. Any knowledge to share on free energy? Well, just that guy who I played last week that has that little device that rises up with water. I don't know what ever happened to that. It seems like everybody who comes up with free energy ends up somehow missing or dying or dead. Pretty sad. Let's see what else we got here. Don't forget to collect aluminum cans. All right. If money is so great, how come the eye of a needle? No, that's not exactly right. DMX, thank you, Jaren. Much appreciated. What's up, Drew? Gold and silver will be the currency of the future, just as they were in the past. Well, I don't think that that's the case myself. I've already explained why crypto is better in every category than gold and silver. I didn't used to believe that, but then I did the research, thought about it, and said, oh, yeah, it is. Because gold and silver being physical can be faked. Okay? You can fake a bar of gold. You can fake a bar of silver. In fact, they do it in China all the time. So if shit hits the fan and that goes to the money that we use, how are you going to test those things? Is the grocery store going to have a little testing kit with acid to rub it on the rock to see if you're no? And how do you cut pieces off of a gold thing? It's just too difficult. So that's a tough one. You can't run from the government with gold, silver. How are you going to run from? What are you going to do? Put it in your backpack? They're not going to get from you? No. So it's counterfeitable. It's heavy. We also have no idea how much gold or silver there is. We have no idea if underneath the White House is a mountain of gold and silver. We have no idea if Fort Knox is completely empty of gold, right? So that alone tells you that the market can be manipulated. Whereas with Bitcoin, you know exactly how many there are at all times. And so that should tell you something. So again, when you don't know how many there are, you don't know how you're going to get around with it. You can't send gold or silver to anybody in the world, anywhere. It'd have to be next door to you. And then again, how difficult will it be to go buy and barter with gold and silver? I think it'll be quite difficult. Whereas with crypto, all those things are answered. With crypto, you basically don't even need anything physical. You can walk around with numbers in your head. I don't recommend it. You might forget them, but that's possible. It cannot be counterfeited. It's impossible to counterfeit a crypto coin because in order to counterfeit it, you would have to have the private key. If you have the private key, then you have the coin. So there is no counterfeiting of crypto. There's only scamming you, which you can fall for. But that's you can be scammed at anything, so you can't blame crypto on that. And then it's light, so you can carry it across borders. You could essentially run from the government here, get anywhere else in the world, sit down at a computer, and have access to all your funds. Okay, it lets you deal in the banking system that doesn't like you. I got kicked away from PayPal. I got kicked away from Amazon. I got kicked out of Venmo. I'm not allowed to bank anymore with those. But guess what? They cannot stop me from using crypto at all. Oops, whoever was just here, you just left. Dave, if you're going to come back, see what else we got here. Jaron, what is your view on aliens? Well, I think that there might be something like that, but it would be from the outer edges of the earth. and that they do travel here, and that I think that people have seen them, and I think that maybe they've even crashed, and that maybe the government has back engineered some of that technology, which they use to control us even more. The government here would never, ever, ever do something like, oh, we found this technology, now let's give it to the people. Let's give it to the people so that they have free energy, so that they can travel the world, so that they can get in. No, it's all a control mechanism. And that's why it makes a lot of sense that we're here in a lock and key slavery system. And if there's anybody else on the outskirts, they're not going to even come back here. Remember, what is in it for them, right? They got away from this. They don't have to be held down anymore. And it really just doesn't do them much good to come back here. Maybe they tried and they crashed in Roswell, New Mexico. Who knows? See what else we got here. What is your view on aliens? Yes, we got that. For the bottom to win requires the people that bought the top of the market to lose, because the instrument either tanks or trades sideways. For the bottom to win requires people that bought at the top of the market to lose. Okay, so let's say that I buy a coin for 5,000, right? So I'm in for 5,000. Okay, great. I have a coin. And the value of that coin goes up, and then the value of the coin is 10,000. And guy comes over and buys it for 10,000. Okay, so I just profited 5,000, right? So what are you saying, that the guy who bought it for 10,000, he lost money? Or did he just buy something that was worth 10,000? Dave Hinkle, welcome to the show.
Mike Chick, are you there?
What'd you call me?
Mike Chick.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not Jake. Yes, I can hear you fine.
What's up, Jaron? I've been watching your stuff since 2015. I woke up to the flat Earth.
Dude, I've never seen you for face, and now it's great to finally put a face to your name. I've seen your name 1,000 times.
Yeah, I created a no globe symbol for myself, and I've had no reason to change it because there is no globe. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, nice to have you on the show. Let me start your clock, and then go ahead and say what you will. Go ahead.
I wanted to spend my 3 minutes just trying to help you promote this thing tomorrow. Seems like you got a genuine group of real people together, and I'm looking forward. I've got my ticket. I want to see what everybody's got to say, and I want to give you some encouragement, Jaron. You're a real one. No matter what people say about you, you seem like you're in this for the right reasons, and I don't blame you for trying to get paid for all the time and effort you put into this. So you keep doing you, man. That's all I can tell you, right?
That's all I can do. That's all I can promise you, is to keep doing that. So thank you. Appreciate that. And yeah, you have good discernment. I'll say that. I mean, people can take that as they will. But whenever anybody says that to me, like, oh, I like you because I think that you're real. I think that you give us your real opinion. I just tell that person that they have good discernment, because that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I am. So again, somebody who can recognize that, at least they can recognize that.
Yeah, I mean, I understand where these people come from. The truth should be free, whatever. But
so do I. I was there when I first started.
Look what we're up against. Look what we're up against. This beast system.
To me, I look at it, look around and say, who do I want to have money? And to me, I don't want anybody who is lying to me, who's cheating me, who's stealing, who just wants to be rich and powerful. I don't want those people to have money. I want Dave Weiss to have money. I want these guys to have money that. I want Austin Whitsitt to have money. What would Austin Whitsitt do with $1 million a year? You know, that's what I want to see. And so that's what I push for. I don't want people that are on TV and movies to make $18, $20 million a film. It's just stupid. And that's how they control the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just when I get close to out of time, I just wanted to give you a good call for some encouragement, because
well, thank you much. Appreciate it.
We don't know each other personally, but I've watched all your videos, and you put out a lot of good information, and just keep doing you, man. That's all I can tell you, right?
Well, thank you so much. I do plan on it, and it's going to get better. I really want to make my show on Fridays a more compact, better, like almost professional kind of show. So I have a lot of ideas and a lot of things that'll be coming. So let's get past this summit, and I think it'll be awesome, because what Austin and I did is we wanted to choose a group of people that we trusted and that we can move forward as a team, because the problem is, I think that we've been lied to. And so there's a lot of people we distrust, right? We know that. But it's turned into this fact of everybody in the flat earth community distrusts everybody else in the community. And so we don't actually move anywhere. It's always bickering and fighting between us. So we kind of said, let's bring a group together that we like, that we trust, that we can tell is doing this for the right reason, kind of get their best material and move forward from there, and really just kind of shed the excess weight, if you will.
That sounds like a good plan. I'm all on board with that.
Right.
Real quick, I spend a lot of time on 24/7 Discord. Give them a plug. We talk to new people every day and try to help people get out of this globe deception. And anybody wants to come by and visit us and show some support, that'd be great.
Awesome. Yeah, check it out at the. How do they get there?
It's just look it up on YouTube. 24/7 Flat Earth Discord.
Okay, and then they can find the link from there.
You can join the chat.
All righty. Well, thank you, Dave. I appreciate it.
Good luck on your summit and happy anniversary.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Shout out.
I will. I'll tell Missa. She'll be very happy. Be right with you. The next person. Let me see what we got here. Jaron, people don't understand that P2P crypto is not the problem. It's the greed and mindset of the people and how they're using it. Yeah, and that's the problem. I mean, this is what they're good at, right? They're good at manipulating the minds of people. And as good as something got, no matter which coin takes off and starts doing good, they'll be able to say something on the TV that will make its value drop. I mean, if Monero starts taking off, the government will come out and say, oh, anybody using Monero is actually child trafficking. And then everybody will not touch it. I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want to be a part of that, because they just listen to what the government says. So somebody says you can send gold and silver anywhere, no problem. Good luck with that one. All right. Imagination is money now. Imagination is money now. Talking about crypto? Crypto is not imagination. I don't know who told you that it's imaginary. It's digital. So is that imaginary? I don't know. You tell me. There is a certain amount of coins that exist on a ledger. Okay. But it's not like, let's just imagine that there's coins. No, there is a number on a ledger that keeps track of who has what. And it's a never ending accounting, and this is what you need in a world like this. We should be able to move past. We don't need government to facilitate trades for us anymore, right? To be there, to be our buddy as we send money from one person to another. You can do it now through crypto without the need of government. See, yes, if it never goes above 10K or drops out after the hype of the moment, Bitcoin was speculated to be over 100K now, and I don't understand why it isn't 100K, but those that bought at 50K even lost. Yes, and the reason it's not at 100,000 is because, at least in my opinion, because of all these shit coins that come out constantly and all the people falling for it. So this is another thing where they play on people's greed. People aren't just happy buying a Bitcoin, holding it, and seeing where it is in 10 years. I've had consultation after meeting with people and try to explain that. And then they're calling me 2 weeks later. I need to trade this for this. I need to get this. I need to sell this. And it's like, okay, great. I mean, people need to understand you only lose in crypto if you sell, right? So that's why you should never be buying it with money that you need for other things. If you have an extra $1,000, you're like, okay, this $1,000 I was going to go put in the bank, but I've already got 6,000 there. This $1,000 I'll put it in coins, knowing that I could lose it, and I'm going to check it in 10 years. That's what my suggestion is. It's never to take that $1,000 and put it in a coin and hope you double it next week, and then take that out and then buy another coin and hope you double. No, it's just not going to happen. You're going to lose. There's too many bots out there that are buying high, so they know what they're doing, and you do not. Let's see if there's anybody else here. And the Fed. Oh yeah, that's good, Bob. We should do that soon, because they are jokers over there. And dare I say, scammers. Well, you don't really want to say that, because then people get real upset. They put you in 37 consecutive thumbnails, and nobody likes that. Nobody likes to be in thumbnails. But anyway, let's go to the. Well, first let's play this, unless it's gone again, which is a high possibility. I don't know why that keeps happening to me. I've got to one day figure it out. Let's see real quick. Let's go over here. Nope. Be right with you guys. I was going to do this first, but I don't see it now. That is so weird. Nope. I know I just saw it there, but it's not there now. Oh, there it is. See, it's black. That's why. All right, let's play the ad. There you go. Here's an ad for you. All right, stop. Scammer time. I am Nathan Oakley, and I am always right. Destroying my opponents, well, cause I mute their mic. So why would I ever stop my simple grift? I'll go after flat earthers when my views could use a lift. Now I can feed my girls from the money that I make. I'm a scammer, no manners, no Oakley, I don't matter. Every day on flat earth debates, can't trust this. Yeah, chocolate. What up, my homie? You can't trust this. 10th man, lift your head up for a second. Good boy, thank you. You can't trust this. Golem, nice morning show this morning. What was it? 3 viewers? Nice. Gaming time. It's cool. All right, stop. Scammer time.
Right, Grover, this is the fiction section. Fiction means it's a made-up story. Oh, hey, Elmo, I bet we can find your Galactic Gale comic book here.
This is the Fiction Center, which means it's made up. Means it's not real. Welcome to the show. Speaking of not real, Lowry. Till I meet
I'm
you.
not real.
Till I meet
I'm
you
not
face
real.
to face, you're not real to me.
I'm not real.
You just pretend.
Dude, I don't understand. Like, look, you know, those guys on that channel, like, we need them on our side. We really do. And then just when you have like a bunch of like aggregate people moving in a general direction, then they start fucking around and they're like, you guys are not right. We're right. There's no difference between what they're talking about and what we're talking about.
There's really not. And it's so simple. I mean, what my thing is that they don't like that I say that science doesn't prove things, but I never say that as far as like, if you'll hear me say sometimes like, oh, we're going to try and prove this. Or when we went out there and we proved that. What I was saying what they're talking about is when I say science doesn't prove things unequivocally forever. So it's so simple. It's such a nonsense little claim. It's like, what do you care about me?
It's complete bullshit. It's complete like, oh, okay, how many hits did I have on my content today? And frankly, like for me, like I don't want, I want us all to like moving forward in the same direction, because we all kind of understand that we were living in a place that we didn't think that we actually lived in. Now we're understanding it, and now we have a bunch of people fucking fighting with each other.
Yeah, sad.
And it's just like, are you just doing this for your hits? Like, are you getting your nickels for your little YouTube channel? What's paying for your little bit of rent in the UK? I'm like, fuck that shit, Nathan, motherfucker. It's like, dude, we need you on our side, just like we need fucking Savanier on our side, even though he's a cunt too.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it?
It's like just come on, dude. Just we need everybody on the fucking same side so that we can fucking swerve this whole shit.
And it's simple. You know how you do it?
What's actually fucking going on?
Here's how you do it. It's so simple. It's what I do every day. It's don't attack other people unless they absolutely need it. And so people will say all the time, well, I've heard you attack this person. It's like, no, it's always a response. I'm never, because I don't even care about other people. So
yeah,
just let me do my thing.
It's like, yes, we need to have healthy debate amongst the community so that we don't fuck up and fuck up a theory or a thing that we're working on. Yes, we do need healthy debate, but you don't have to be a fucking cunt,
right?
And be an asshole. It's like, that's what's screwing up this whole thing is like, we can't get a unified front to get up and say like, look, it's really that clear. It's like, there's no fucking curvature and we figured it out. It's like everyone's being like, well, I didn't get laid last week and now I want to be a fucking rock star. And there's no rock stars in flat earth.
No.
It's just do the fucking work and say it. And I'm sorry if you didn't get laid. I'm sorry you have a small penis. But fuck off.
It's sad because there's only, let's say there's a small amount of flat earth viewers. And what happens is they're all segregated now. Because if you watch RV, you clearly can't watch me. RV says that I'm an actor. RV says that I'm a Mason and that I know that Alex's mom is not dead. And so if he says those things and you watch him, then I'm assuming that you believe him. Or else, what are you doing? Why wouldn't you get on him about that? If you, like the people that bother me are the ones who watch us both. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not here telling you that I just tell you don't go full RV. Because
listen, and also I take a very hard line. It's like, if you cannot show up with your actual face in front of people, then fuck you. I don't care how much you like helped me wake up.
Yeah.
Or how much you had a lot of good points. If you don't show the fuck up in front of my face and say, oh, there's an actual real person, or you like, this is where I come from. Like we all traveled to show up and be in front of people. And I haven't seen RV in a fucking single event.
No, and I'll say
I'm not even sure he's a fucking real person.
Yeah, my thing is, I mean, I understand if people want to respect their privacy, but then you have to be cognizant of that. You cannot call people out for their looks. You cannot call people out for David Weiss sitting on a ladder. Well, we've never even seen you at an event. So if we would see you at 20 events like we see Dave, guess what? We could find something that you're doing that looks weird. So it's like, then just be cognizant of that. Know that you can't call somebody out for what they look like. Remember, he's like telling the high impact flicks, oh, look, he's Mr. Balloon Head. He's ballooning.
Dude,
What the fuck?
I only have one picture of RV. Only one picture, and I'm not even sure that's him.
I'm not even sure it's him either. It's just something somebody showed us a long time ago.
Yeah. And so it's like, look, dude, I mean, like, there are people with huge balls in this community, and we actually go out and do the fucking stuff. You know, and I haven't seen that guy. Look, like everyone wants to give,
and his excuses too. His excuses. It's about the content. It's about the content. You shouldn't worry about it. If
he doesn't understand, get past the content. Actually, it's actually really fucking important.
Right. Well, if it is just about
it's just a word that we put inside of a video.
But if it is just the content, then why are you commenting on people's what they're doing, what they're saying, how they or what they're wearing, or what their mannerisms are? Then if it's just about the content, so again, you can't. That's a hypocrite.
I mean, yeah, and also I just use really sharp words and I call him a cunt.
Well, that's
and I'm like, dude, just fucking step up and do. And like, look, I want every single badass in Flat Earth to be on our side.
Yeah.
That includes Savanye. That includes RV if he's even a real person. That includes, all the other fucking assholes. Nathan over at fucking, whatever the fuck they do. We need them all on our side, but we're all just fighting with each other.
Yep.
And that does no fucking good for anybody.
So that's why we do the summit. The summit is meant to bring people together, give us a good core group to kind of turn, and then that's kind of my goal, is that we get a good look at what's going on. Because here's the thing: we all know what's going on. We know we're being lied to. We know we were lied to massively over the last 2 years, 3 years, and beyond that. And once you know that, I think people get left with this feeling of, okay, now what? Right? Now what? So are we capable
we're
of
we're the ones cutting the new soil. Like we're stretching way out into the black darkness in front of everything else.
So I think people have asked me, like, what do we do?
Nobody knows what the fuck we're doing out here. We're like, what in the fuck are these people doing?
So the goal is that we get centered.
We don't have a torchlight in front of us.
No.
Like we just took whatever we got and we're like, oh shit. So
we need to get centered though, and we need to get a direction. And I think that's what
How about fucking somebody get a hold of some of these dicks that are doing all this shit and say like, look, dude, I don't care. Maybe you haven't been laid in like 5 years. Oh, I'm sorry, you haven't. But can we at least agree that we can sit down and talk about this fucking shit and we don't have to fight about it just so you can get your little fucking likes on your channel?
Yeah,
none of this like shit means fucking shit.
No, here's what I've realized though about the internet that's really bad is that when somebody has a channel and so they now feel like they have an audience, and so now they feel like they have to always be right.
Yeah.
Because they feel like their audience is gonna stop watching them or something, which is clearly not the case, because people are wrong all the time and nobody leaves watching their channel. They still get watched. So, but what it makes people do is it really makes them unable to go back on what they said. They just can't do it. And I think that's a bad problem.
Their ego gets in the way and they're like, well, I can't do that. I can't go back on my ego's already in front of everything.
And they might not even feel it. They might just look at it as they're right. They won't even look into the other side. And that becomes the problem. For me, I want to go research things when I find out things. So when
keep going.
Yeah.
Just keep finding out. Like
keep finding more things. Keep building your truth category, your things that you would put into the truth box. Keep building that and keep shedding the stuff that isn't true. And I think you'll be happier year after year.
Indeed. All right. I'm getting out.
Thanks, Lowry. I got a bunch of people behind you. All right.
Love you. Bye.
Peace. All right, guys. Everybody behind you, you're going to do 3 minutes. And let's start with, hold on.
Oh, no.
It's Wheelchair Bear.
Oh, yeah. I can't hear you for some reason. Sorry.
Okay, I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to go to Brian Leaky instead. Brian, welcome.
Hey, what's going on, man? Can you hear me?
Yep, hear you great.
Yeah, I wanted to call in and let you know that, a lot of us, I think, I'm not sure if Austin was in there, but we were over at Earth Awakenings, and everybody set their alarms for the eclipse on the 8th. And I got this selenium, man, here in Jacksonville, Florida. I was trying to just now send it to you. I don't know if you've seen, but I dropped and rejoined. I was trying to find a way to share my screen, and I don't think I could do that from my phone. And then I was trying to telegram it to you, but I couldn't even do that. But
okay.
So I just made a short video of the sun coming up, and there was a cloud deck on the horizon. So I had to wait. It was driving me nuts because the moon was well up over the horizon, and so I wasn't worried about the moon. It was in full eclipse, but I'm like, come on, clouds move, and or come on, sun. And then the sun, I kept taking videos, and I posted it live where everybody's seen it. But then the last one I took before the moon disappeared in the thin air, in full eclipse, the sun was peeking its head out above the cloud deck, above the horizon, and I was able to film that and do a 180 turn and show the moon in full eclipse, and then turn back for the to the east and show the sun peeking up over the cloud deck from about 30 feet above sea level.
How so that you said it was peaking above the cloud deck? So how high do you think it was above the horizon?
Man, it had to be I don't know, degree, 1 or 2 degrees.
Oh, it's that close. Okay.
Yeah, it's close, but it's in the air though. I mean,
and the moon was.
You know what they say is when if you do the tangent trigonometry, they say if the sun is 1 degree above your feet, like the tangent line out straight from your feet,
right,
that it's 1,600,000 miles above your head technically.
Wow, I never heard that before.
Yeah, and the moon is way less. The moon.
Nope, I lost you. I thought
20,000.
All right, sounds good. I was losing you there. I don't know what's happening. You there?
Well,
there you go.
Talk it a little bit, bro.
All right, thanks. I think he was saying he was done. All right, Wheelchair Bear, did you figure it out? Oops, put the wrong person there. Wheelchair Bear. Maybe not. We're going to go to David Henry. I was listening to that interview I did. By the way, I don't know if you guys saw, there's an interview I did with Taboo Conspiracy from like 7 years ago that I never knew it was him. I never knew it until somebody posted that video. I'm like, what is this? Oh, I remember being on that radio show. And I go listen to the radio show, and it's totally Ben from Taboo Conspiracy who's interviewing me before he was a flat earther. It was pretty crazy to remember that. I didn't know that. Anyway, what was I saying? What did I get on that trip for? What was I talking about, Ben? All right, well, that was fun. Let's go to David Henry. Brain fart. What's up, David?
Oh, just hanging out.
All right.
Watching your show and
thank you.
Enjoying it.
You gonna come to the summit?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
I just wanted to
start your
ask
clock.
you a question on a. You ever go on TikTok?
I do.
Watch TikTok. Okay. Well, I have a profile called D Henry 777.
Okay.
I have 3 videos available.
All right.
I noticed 2 of the videos I'm getting hits, but one video is 0 that is shown there.
One video is 0. You got 0 hits?
0 hits is weird. It's been up this. I upload these about the same time, and it's basically the how to measure the moon using right angles, using the Google Pro, and then using the astronomy software, real-time astronomy software.
I got you. You got D Henry 777. Now you got. I became follower number 13. And
right.
I do see this one here, moon distance update. Yes?
Yeah. So what do you show on the number of people who've seen it?
I don't think I can. Can I see that? I guess I don't know how it works. Let me see. 1, and I think it was me because I just clicked on it.
Right. It's weird because you're the first one who's seen it. So you may want to watch this later.
Let me give you a couple of things of advice that I've learned just from using it. When you are putting it up, you have to. It gives you an option to tag people, right?
Okay.
So tag some people you know, me, whoever else is a flat earther, or somebody like that, and then we'll get it in our messages, and then we view it. So that starts out the views, and then if we like it, then we'll repost it, and then it will get more views. So you have to kind of start moving it, otherwise it'll just sit there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not what I call TikTok savvy.
Me neither, but I've just been learning from Jenny as much as I can.
Right. I mean, I would say I'm YouTube savvy, and I'm Twitter. No, not too savvy on Twitter.
I'm Twitter banned.
Twitter banned. Oh no.
Fuck Twitter. And their owner, Elon Musk. I mean, that guy's got to realize that he made the biggest mistake. Can you imagine buying Twitter for that? I would be pissed if I bought Twitter for $1 million.
Yeah, it's gonna
like,
be,
how am I going to make $1 million off this stupid social media thing that people just want to talk shit on? Let alone what did he buy it for? Something stupid. I got to look it up now just because I want to make fun of it. How much did he buy? Elon buys Twitter for I think it's like, I want to say it's like double-digit billions. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah,
44 billion? Get out.
Yeah, yeah, it was in the billions of dollars. Yeah.
44 billion.
Yeah.
Guys, let's think about this real quick. To get to 1 billion, we have to go 50 million, 100 million, 199 million, $250 million. Think how much $250 million is. Double that. Now we're at 500 million. Think how ridiculous that's your life, your family's life, your great grandkids being taken care of. Now let's go to 750. Let's go to 999 million, and then we get 1 more million, and now we're at 1 billion. We have to do that over and over again 44 times, and then we buy Twitter. Get the fuck out. Get out of town.
It's ridiculous.
Stupid. Anything else for me before we let you go?
No, not just watch the video. I hope you pass it on. I think it's a good one.
Will do.
All right, sir.
All right.
Have a good one.
Yeah, $8 check marks, and they don't even check your KYC. What a joke. So now you got people that are signing up under fake celebrity accounts, then going and paying $8 so they're verified. So you might see a verified Jeranism there. You might see a verified, I don't know, Hulk Hogan. What difference does it make now that he's selling it for $8? He's an actor. He didn't buy anything. Yes, that's the point. That's what I'm getting at. Nobody bought it. $44 billion. It doesn't even make any sense. Why would anybody do that? Why would anybody do that? It's so ridiculous and dumb that anybody to believe that has lost their mind. Moon is frightened wood. All right. I've heard that one before. I couldn't care less about Twitter. Well, it was nice when I had it, I guess, to kind of whenever I just got a thought in my mind, I could go type it out. Now I can't do that. I can do it on Telegram, I guess. The moon is mooning us. Anything else? That just goes to show how powerful the advertisers are. Yeah. Crazy. All right, Charlie, welcome to the show.
Hey, Jaron.
What's up, Doc?
Can you hear me?
I hear you great.
Hey, how are you, man?
Doing fantastic.
Thanks for putting me on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a hoax. Elon Musk, he gets subsidized with his cars and probably the SpaceX. And I imagine that this Twitter thing is, that's way too much money. There's something going on.
Electric cars.
The government's involved.
Electric cars is the biggest joke that there ever was anyway. They'll never be sustainable. Yeah. Did you know that after their battery only lasts 10 years? And
it's a big hazardous waste.
And the price of a battery is like $23,000. So you have to, every 10 years, you got to pump another price of a car into your car just to get a battery. And then they have to mine something like 500,000 tons of material to get one battery.
Yeah, we had a conversation about the Tesla car. I'm not a fan of electric cars.
Yeah.
But the car, you buy it, the battery goes dead, and then everybody's same story. I'm not gonna spend $25,000 for a battery. But watch this: your car without the battery is probably worth from 50 or whatever it is. It goes down to 18,000. The shell, because you still have material. But when you buy the battery, your car goes up in value back to 40 grand. Or 35 grand, and then you get another 10 years. People don't look at that.
Somebody was telling me that.
I wanted to talk about.
Somebody took a Tesla car, and they put some thing on the tire, and the fact that the tire's going around and around drives this mechanism that recharges the battery for you while you're driving. And this is one of those things they're not going to let come out because it kind of why wouldn't you do that, Elon? Why wouldn't you, if you cared about the environment, then why wouldn't you make your car so that it recharges the batteries? That's what our cars do. Our battery recharges with an alternator.
Yeah, like a turbine. Something about revolutions makes energy. You're right.
Right. So they were able to recharge it basically from the actual movement of the. Now you're never going to get it's not like you can never get more than you put in. I don't think in that particular case, but still, it's not even part of their plan. Stupid.
Yeah, Jaron, I appreciate it. I wanted to talk about the firmament and rockets. Earlier. I mentioned a few things about that.
Okay.
But I have an example. I don't have a real nice demonstration, but a very simple one could make do. And you know how rockets, let's look at my cabinet. If you look at this cabinet, let's say this is the firmament or the end of the sky or very high altitude. Rockets have their thrusters and they launch, right? They launch, and let's say we're going into space that way.
Okay.
This is what I see when you see the rocket videos. You have the rocket coming out. It's okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The blast off. They give you the whole thing, and the rockets always try to turn. And if you do it successfully, you can see they go, out.
Yes.
But when the rockets get too high, this is what you see. In my opinion, they're hitting the firmament, and this is what you see. You see something like this, and the trajectory is off, miscalculation, and you look at that shadowing. You see that? That's what we saw. It happened twice in California. I think 2 weeks ago we saw one that was very light, but in 2017 I thought we saw a real large one. So I'll do it again. It comes out like this. The trajectory is wrong, and then they don't curve it in time. Boom! It hits something. But watch that shadow. You know what I mean? That's what we saw in those videos. And then you go into the ocean, the whole thing.
Okay.
I wanted to share.
Yeah, the only thing is I think that they get up there pretty fast. It seems like
within minutes.
Okay, minutes. I mean, it seems like they would be pretty low at that point in time, that they wouldn't be where the firmament would be. But again, I don't really know. I'd have to watch them again.
If you look at those videos, they're still on YouTube. You can find them, and
Okay.
You saw the characteristics on my shadowing.
Yeah, they looked
Look
like
at the
it.
videos
That
and
did
you
look
see
very close.
similarities.
True.
I
did
hope
look
this
close.
helps people.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Jared.
Have a good one.
Appreciate
All right, let's go with Wisecoff. The Glober, who was a flat earther for 3 days and then won a $10,000 challenge, or $10,000 challenge, and then now he's a Glober. That makes a lot of sense. It's a good story. Made for TV movie. What's up? Yeah, I'm starting your clock, by the way.
Okay. So now, I mean, we can talk about the whole. I was on Team Flat Earth. It was more like 2 months, and
Oh, really? Okay, 2 months.
and why I ended up switching back. But we don't need to get into that. I really just wanted to talk about it. I don't know if I'm sharing my screen right now. I thought I was.
Sure. I have to add it. Okay, now you are.
Okay. So it was just a really interesting point, you talking about crypto and how it is a much better, in my opinion, it's the future of money. It really is just in all aspects of a currency. It's a much better
Yes.
form of currency in all aspects across the board. For starters, there's no overhead, right? There's no need for a physical bank location, brick and mortar.
Right.
The direct exchange, like you were talking about. But this is kind of what really makes its value. To the stock flow chart, which is just something that fundamentalists use regularly to predict, silver value and things of physical that have a limitation, like how crypto has the 20 million limit on it. Finite resources, so it really plots that out, and it does have it projected somewhere close to $1 million, right? Just shy of $1 million for its end game, and you can see right now, and it's been on par the whole way up. And it's when these halving dates come in, a lot of people aren't even really familiar with what is going on with a blockchain. What is mining
Right.
a crypto, and it's really interesting that when these halving dates come up, it basically just kind of reduces the reward within the mining blocks. So, and that's the best part of crypto itself, is that it's kind of a self-propelling system, right? So the miner itself is creating, is allowing it to function, right? The whole thing, when you're mining something, you're basically just, in lamest terms, you're just confirming a transaction. So if you send money to Witsit, I'm just the kind of middleman who just confirms, yes, this is a valid transaction. It's good. Boom, the money goes through right away, and it's right away, right? There's no delay time.
One thing
there's
I
no
like to
fees.
clear with people is that it's not a person doing it; it's a computer. So it's not you that's confirming it, right? Okay.
Right, yeah. Well, I just meant me as the miner, right?
Yes.
I got my computer mining away. It's doing all these complex calculations, which makes it much more secure than something like an internet-based thing, where you could be easily hacked and get your information stolen. I mean,
Right.
that risk is still kind of there, and they've actually had problems with that. But it still, in all aspects, it's still a better form of currency. So to me, that's really interesting. And if you can see, this was a predicted kind of spike or drop that we have going on here, and all things kind of point to this is a nice dip we're at. We're coming close to that halving date. Once it hits purple, there is the actual halving date, and boom, you can see in history that's when price spikes, is when those halving dates come in. Price is ready to rally, but just general price action.
When is
right
the
now,
next halving?
we're in the light blue right now, so we're getting close to about a calendar year away, right? 360 days or so. We're in that light blue, so we're getting there. Another year or so before it gets there. But just general price action wise, right? This is my own trading system that I've created through the seasons, mind you. But general price action, Fibonacci sequences and numbers coming up. I've got targets as low as mid 10K to 12K, very reasonable, and just basic price action. Fundamentals.
Didn't you say that Bitcoin was going to go up just recently?
Well, the potential was there, and really the only thing that made me say that was the summer solstice date. We've dropped straight from the summer solstice date, and there's the potential that it could, because again, it's a nice huge pullback in a sideways consolidating market, and it should be rising long term through the fundamentals. All things we're saying that this is a good level to buy, and in my opinion, it still is there. But realistically, from this continued drop lower, we should be probably going higher at this point. If this kind of time date, X and Y axes, very important is that time date. Most traders that do fundamental analysis don't even use time in their analysis. They're just looking at the price figures. But that additional axis of time, very important. And in my opinion, we would have rallied at that at the summer solstice that passed there. Certainly by the most recent equinox that we just had. What was it? September 22nd. Is that the equinox or the solstice? I can't remember. But we probably should have been going from there. We haven't. So I mean, just looking at figures from retracement values, and this is a 3-point Fibonacci extension. I call it Fibonacci. Everybody else says Fibonacci. The guy I learned it from pronounces it like that. But this has got some really nice targets around that 10K figure. I would say that's probably where Bitcoin's heading. But like you said, it's a long-term game, and in my opinion, get in where you can. And I think one of your other callers mentioned, don't invest more than you can afford to lose.
Always.
Right. So, don't break the bank on it or anything, but it's a long-term game, and set your kids and your grandkids up for success, in my opinion. But
I agree.
I thought that was
call back next week and tell me why you would ever go to be a Glober, because you believe, right? You believe we're on a spinning water rock in space.
Yeah, I really do, unfortunately. And it
that thing right there,
nullify...
you think we're on that thing right there in space, being held up by nothing?
It doesn't nullify the potential of a creator, though, my friend. If anything, it just makes it more impressive. So don't let that get in your way. But again,
why do you believe
a big
in
cause for this, my friend, is from you pointing out that what happens when you lay a 90-degree angle from the, I've got the main tangents or the main degrees there for a circle, and when you lay that out, you would think intuitively that, oh, that's stupid how it doesn't go just straight to the right, it curves downwards, right? Like it seems weird, but that's just a great circle. That's what we use to navigate. It's the most immediate route around. It's what we use for navigation, and you can use this to predict the exact location of where the sun sets. In my location here, it'll rise right at this point in time of year.
Yeah, but that's because it's that way for everybody. Meaning that,
sure.
So everybody's east is looking at the equator.
See, and that's the problem. When you pull it up on the flat Earth map. And there was very specific examples that drove this home for me. It was a December solstice sunrise in Melbourne that and you can use timeanddate.com for reference, but you can confirm it in real life with a compass for yourself, which I've done the last couple days.
Where does it rise?
It rises south. In this particular example, it rises south on the December solstice. It's southwest of Melbourne, and that's because of these great arcs.
Southeast.
How it arcs lower.
Okay, so
yes,
let me show you. So now go to Melbourne. Hold on.
It quite literally can't, though.
Hold on. Go to Melbourne.
I'm here.
No, I mean on your globe. On your globe.
Right.
Go to Melbourne and then draw a line from there to the east, 90 degrees exactly.
So Melbourne's like right in here somewhere?
Yeah, sure. Right there's fine. And then draw me a line to 90 degrees.
Oops, 90 degrees down here. Right. And that's kind of my whole point, is that it's lower, right?
Look, draw it all the way to the equator so we know where it meets the equator, because that's where everybody's going to be looking. Okay, so that's where 90 degrees is, right? So now, okay, so once you have it at 90, just go ahead and drop it. Okay, so now remember, where does the sun travel above? The Tropic of Capricorn, right?
Correct.
Okay, so if it's rising and it's traveling above the Tropic of Capricorn, do you understand why it's south of east?
Well, yeah, on the globe, yes, absolutely. It makes sense on the globe, but on a flat map, it can't. It just can't, bro. Like, it
What do you mean
can't.
that
Like,
line?
this
But
would
draw the line where it would go. No,
This would be like the Tropic of Cancer.
That's not drawn
and,
towards the
like-
equator.
Pardon?
That's not drawn towards the equator.
What do you mean drawn towards the equator?
So just
That's
like
the equator on the flat map.
Where's?
I just kind of right clicked and put it to that pink dotted line or purple dotted line.
Okay, so if you draw a line from Melbourne pointed at that equator, then does it make
Right.
sense that the sun would rise south of that?
Well, to the equator, yeah, but that would nullify the whole Tropic of Cancer, and that's, we need our seasons. We need our set locations in theory.
It doesn't
for
nullify it. That's where it rises on it travels above the Tropic of Capricorn.
Right, and this is the equator here, that purple line. So the Tropic of Capricorn would be down here. It's quite literally just, and just from a north, south, east, west, right? And this is what made me switch. I'm just saying, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can convince me back. That'd be wonderful, because I really do like the whole theory of everything. But if you're taking in mind that this is the North Pole,
okay,
and that everything is north here, and the theory that I went with was, hey, if I'm standing in Melbourne, how is the sun coming up south of me or east of me? It would have to be coming from this direction down here, and it just doesn't fit. It doesn't
Yeah,
jive
but again, you
with the
just
sun.
got done saying how you used to think that remember you were drawing the lines in the north, and you said, oh, now we wonder why the east and west don't go this way. They actually become great circles. So in the south, you're abandoning that. You're not paying attention to the fact anymore of what you think. You think that that's the way east is, but it's not. Just like you just found out in the north.
Right. Well, would you not? And maybe we don't have this, stated clearly from a flat Earth perspective. And that's kind of something I was trying to work on.
So wait, tell me this real quick. I just want to know this. So why is it, if the globe is just a consistent circle, sphere, whatever, in every direction, so why is it that north and south are opposite of each other, but then east and west are circles? Why wouldn't north and south be a circle?
They are.
Well, then why? Okay, so then why wouldn't it be somebody who's south of me is north? If somebody's south of me, I'm north of them, but not east and west.
This is where it meets up right there.
Okay.
It all comes straight together and makes and you can see it's on the polar other side of the globe. It's a great circle.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, if you draw a dot where somebody's standing, just draw a dot anywhere, or get your line tool and put it anywhere.
Melbourne.
Okay, that's fine. Now draw a line straight south from there.
Right. Well, I mean, we'll just use mine place.
Okay.
I've already got it here. I'm all lost on the fucking globe here. Give me a second.
That looks so real, though, to me, because it doesn't matter which way you have it. Don't turn it right side up either. It doesn't matter. There's no up and down in this place.
Right.
It's all the same.
Right. But
okay, so right there.
This is me.
So
this is me, and straight down is south, straight south of me.
Yeah.
But that's just navigation, and it's kind of based off the poles roughly, and then they've got true north. I don't know anything about that, but to me, when I'm able to track the sun from this with precision and see it rising at 113 degrees, and when it sets at 240, it's literally setting right when I pull a compass. I don't need to use time and date duck. I don't need to use any external source. Just use a great circle for reference, and then I see it on the compass, on my iPhone. I can literally just see, there's 240 degrees. Boom, the sun is setting on 240 degrees.
Yeah, your iPhone has been pre-programmed. I wouldn't use that and call that proof of anything. I would definitely use an actual compass.
Okay, well, I mean, teach their own, but that's fair. I don't have an actual compass, but I'm
Well-
pretty sure they're all going to read basically the same. Maybe they're not.
What?
Maybe I'm.
What your
maybe-
phone has
maybe not.
declination cooked into it.
Right, and that was something I actually got in a debate with McToon about is, true north and everything. I was trying to change the I'm like, is there a true north thing going on? Is there magnetism? And there actually was, my computer was becoming a factor. And I had
Let me
to
go
make
to,
sure
let me
that
go.
I
I
was-
got one more person after you. Let me go to him real quick. And then if we have time, we'll go back to you.
No worries.
What's up? Ty B. Trolling. What's up, Ty?
Yeah, what's up? What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Yep, you're great. What's up?
Yeah, just a quick question. So I stay in Columbus, Georgia,
All right.
by military base of Fort Benning. And a lot of times, last night I had the moon. It was at 12 o'clock.
Okay.
And I looked in the sky, they had a big old circle around the moon, right? Like a little ring circle.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that before.
And it moved with the moon as it's rotating. So like any suggestion or theory what it might be? Or might not be.
No, I mean, I know, I don't know. It's like, did it look like a rainbow kind of, or?
It was just like kind of just a circle, like a halo.
Yeah.
With the moon in the middle of
I don't
it.
think I ever thought about what it is. I mean, I think one of the better tests to do is, if you take a piece of paper and hold it up to a light, let's say on your ceiling, that if you are far away from that light, well, then the whole paper's lit up, and you can't just get a spot on that paper. But if you put that paper real close to the light, you get a nice bright spot on it. Well, if you ever look at the clouds that are in front of the moon, they get that bright spot. It's only the clouds right in front of the moon that get lit up. Why don't the rest of the clouds light up? If it's a whole light coming down, it's far away, I would think it would do that. But I've never really thought about what that halo is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Don't know.
my second question, I'm gonna be too long. Is just what do you actually think would happen if people found out that the Earth was flat and around all wrong?
Man, it's a tough one. It depends. I mean, the scary thing about it is I think that the reason science has to protect it is they don't want people to go back to religion. And I do think people would go back to religion. So, they would give up on science. They would give up on education. They would go back to trusting priests, which is a problem. You got to stop trusting other men who tell you they know more than you, because they don't. They're just liars.
Exactly. You can't even prove that they even existed back then. All these scientists and historical figures or whatnot. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off. But appreciate that, man. Hop back in the chat.
Thanks, Ty.
Keep it going.
Peace. All right. Oh, and we lost Weiskopf, or whatever his name is. Let's see if there's anything else. He said he was lost on the globe. Yes. And then he uses an iPhone compass. What was the other thing somebody was talking about this week? Oh, they were asking about, what was it? Are we moving upwards at 9.8 meters per second squared? And the reason they were saying that is because they're like, the accelerometer on your phone says that you're standing still. I'm sorry, it says 0 when you drop the phone, but says 9.8 meters per second squared is being forced down on it when it's sitting on your desk. I'm like, yeah, that's because it's been pre-programmed. So we learned that the hard way. I mean, we kind of thought that we had a proof of flat Earth because remember, we found out that the accelerometer tells you how much you tip your phone left or right. So people were setting the accelerometer and then they were traveling in planes. And when they landed wherever they were going, they were showing, look, the phone still shows that I'm flat, where I actually flew a quarter of the way around the globe or something. I should be tipped. But then we found out, no, they take the phone and they set its down location to be down wherever you are, right? Based on where the phone is. So like, it doesn't matter where you travel. It's not going to register that you're traveling on a globe. It's just going to always call down, down, which again is a trick. And then they have the other thing set where they put in the phone that it's always falling at 9.8 meters per second. So if you set it on your desk and look at the accelerometer, it'll tell you that it's 9.8 meters per second is being forced upon it. And if you drop it, and then look at the results, you'll see that it was at 0 because it's got no net forces on it. But again, those aren't any forces when they preset the forces in the phone. People just don't get it, that how easy it is for them to, I guarantee if you were to find some paperwork about how to make a phone or how to, the initial setup, there's something in there about those preset numbers that they need in there. So again, what are you going to do? I think it is the last call. Let's see if there's anybody else here. People are naturally sheep. People are, I don't know if they're naturally sheep. They were trained to be sheep because they sit you in a desk and put you in front of a teacher and tell you that that teacher knows the truth. So now you grow up, think about everybody who believes in science. They believe that the only place truth can come from is always from teachers, professors, and people who know more than you. They don't think that anybody can come up with a truth that doesn't have credentials, that doesn't have a degree. Well, that's the complete opposite of the way we should be thinking, that anybody who's being pigeonholed, trapped into a belief, told what to believe, made to read a book, made to read a book, made to repeat it, and then calling them smart is the complete opposite of what reality would be. And I just always take it back. We have to think, imagine for a second, we're all very powerful. We're very rich, we're very powerful, and we've got a family we want to leave money to. The only thing that would worry you is up and coming people becoming smart and powerful as you are. That's their only worry. They don't have any other worries in the world other than how do we make sure we keep our money and that nobody else comes along and starts taking our money. And when you're oil magnates like the Rockefellers and Rothschilds are, and then those kind of things are what you have to be built society on. So they built society on oil, right? So we have gas stations every block, and you couldn't, even if we know we can use hemp and make that into an oil, we know that we could use pretty much anything and create an oil out of it. The problem is, who's going to change the whole infrastructure? Who's going to make new stations everywhere? It's just not going to happen. So These guys have a lock on things, and they also are in charge of the education system starting basically 1900s, where they took over the medical industry, took over the school curriculum. And should we be surprised that people have been dumbed down since then? Think about how dumb people are. I'll be the first one to admit I'm nowhere near as smart as somebody who lived in the 1800s. Nowhere near. Go read books that they wrote. Go read letters that they wrote, just letters to a friend. They had great mastery of the English language, writing, vocabulary. They were just smarter. Why? Because they had so much less to think about and to do. They just forced all this shit down our heads and our brains with sports teams. And I could tell you the Giants starting pitching five and their starting lineup, and they could tell you this football team's coach. And so all the information that we have, none of the people in the 1800s had to worry about at all. Zero. They had like 20 people maybe in their close community that they knew their names. We know all kinds of people's names. If I told you, who's Bruce Jenner married to, you would know. Who's, if I started naming celebrities, what's Tom Hanks' wife's name? The fact that you know that is just useless information, and I think that they did that on purpose. Video games, another thing that just gives you useless information. People know the maps. People know the best way to get to the boss or whatever. Completely useless information. Sports, useless information. So really, they've just dumbed us down by doing that. And then they've even taken our brain away even more by giving us cell phones where we no longer need to even think about directions when we go somewhere. We just get to basically, I sleep in the car now. When I drive, I just sleep. My GPS gets me there. It's incredible. So it looks like we're all done. Nobody else is calling in. Let me see if there's anybody over here. No, we don't want Astron when we call back in. I got to go. It's 9 o'clock. I said 9 was going to be it. Read the Apostle Paul's books. You mean in the Bible? They're not amazing. Romans 13. That's all you need to know. Romans 13, 1 Peter 2 or 2 Peter 1, something like that. Whichever one tells you how to be a slave and how you should be good to your master no matter what kind of prick he is. Those are, God wrote that. I believe it. We are born smart till you allow them to dumb you down, which unfortunately takes place when you are just a wee baby. They just start that indoctrination. So it feels really good with Maverick to know I've got somebody who has none of the 72 much needed injections because his immune system isn't good enough without Big Pharma's help. And they couldn't be possibly trying to damage him from the future. Like what Big Pharma wants is to make my son healthy for the rest of his life because that's the way that they make no money, and that's how you do well in business. That's the way I've always learned it, is the least money you can make. For a good example of that, look at Tesla cars. I mean, how smart is Elon Musk? He charges $40,000 for a car that costs $50,000 to make. It's pretty smart, but he happens to get $12,500 for each car that he sells from the government, so he makes a positive $2,500. That is the dumbest business plan of all time. Yet he's the richest man in the world. So what do I know? Daily Gill in the house. Great NASA content over there. You got to go check him out. The Jews. That's true. We got to give a shout out to the Jews. Everybody in the chat, please pay homage to God's chosen people. They're here to basically control us, make sure that we do what they say, and that we recognize that we're not God's chosen people. And so we have to sit back and let them do whatever they want. And that's just life. So shout out to all the Jews and godly people. And they never show any hate. I've never seen them show any hate when they called Jenny's business and got it shut down and filed all those weird Google reviews on her business that said that she had a gas chamber in her. All that stuff was really, that just shows me how kind of loving people they are. They're not hateful at all. And it's not racist when you are one race and you think you are better than every other race. That's not racist, by the way. I think people get confused with what racism is. It's certainly not that. It's when every person hates one race, that's racism. Okay? There's no reason to hate them at all. Zero. Anything else going on here? Let's see here. Okay, you're lost. Sorry. 10,000x in 2 years, thousands of millionaires made, and you are just jealous you're not one of them. Me? Oh, no, I don't think Rune's talking to me. What's up, my buddy? We're going to do a little simulcast tomorrow. We're going to try it at least. We'll see what happens. How many of the emails did you get done? Do I have a bunch more to do? Don't make me throw shit. Don't make it weird. Let's see what else we got here. Twitter has a fee now. I don't know. I'm not allowed on Twitter. Elon the puppet is just a front man. Elon is not who you think he is. Exactly. You wrong about accelerometer. How am I wrong about it? Me? What am I wrong about? That they've been preset? No, they've definitely been preset. They're not feeling any force of 9.8 meters per second squared. Hate to tell you. See here, your anti-Mediterranean language. No, I'm not. I'm a pro Semite. It's this new thing I'm trying to start. Get involved in the pro Semite club, where if you cuck hard enough, maybe they'll throw you like I don't know. You could probably like watch some of their sports games if you want. Let's see here if there's anything else. Much respect for Jaren. Protect that child from what we've been bamboozled about. I know I keep asking what the moon is. He's not ready to divulge that information yet. I'll show you a picture here of something recently that took place. Where is it? And if I can find it. I should show this video just so I can get people all riled up about it, because people think like you're not allowed to laugh at anything. There's this video that I've watched, and it is funnier and funnier every single time I see it. I can't stop laughing at it. I think it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. I don't know why either. It just is. What? Yeah, that's fine. What's going on? I've never seen that before. Add? No, not new shared album. What's going on? iPhone changing on me? Hold on. Why did that do that? Let me see if we go here and where is it? I could show that one too, but share. Just add to shared album. Yes, post. That time it worked. All right, and hopefully you guys will be there tomorrow. Think about it. There's no better place to spend your hard-earned money than thanking the people that you think are bringing you some truth. Like I said earlier, people like Amanda Vollmer, are essential to my knowledge now of how I feel about the immune system, how I feel about germs, diseases, bacteria, and I thank her for that. As should you. Let's see here. We'll get this up, and we'll change this if we can get over here. Now we'll be heading out, and I got to figure out if I got emails left to do or what we got to set up for tomorrow. And then we should be back, I think 12 Pacific, probably for at least an hour, maybe 2, just to say hi to everybody and to try and get last minute signups would be great. And let's see here. Where's this? We want to go iCloud. Yes, shared album. All right, so here's the first picture. So what happened here is I hired this engineer. Is that what you call him? Yeah, I think so. I hired this engineer, and he couldn't even sign in. Look at, he's just lost. No idea what he's doing. I actually think I started to watch him from like behind. I don't think this guy can read at all. I don't think he reads at all. I don't think he knows what the keys are. So probably gonna fire him. You know, I mean, but you can't just sit and let him do that. He did that for like 2 hours, just pressing buttons. I was like, dude, just sign in. Sign in here. It's asking for your password. You couldn't get it. So he's gone. Can't let dead weight just hold you down. It's not right. And then this video here, it's not the funny one. I'll show you the funny one in a second. But this video here is basically the story of my life. Ready for the story of my life? I've never seen a video actually display my life so clearly. Here we go. Let's see. Where's this? Where's that browser one? I just lost my. Here we go. Okay, here you go. This is my life in 15 seconds. Describe my life perfectly.
Coming out hard like 88, make a bitch levitate, baby face done, bitch, I don't play patty cake, charms in the carrot cake, carrots in the patty face, cop a new coupe, no time.
That's my life. Just describes my life perfectly. Exactly. Somebody says, give Mav a raise. That might help him. I don't know. Do I believe in Jesus? Not as my savior, no. That's what I mean. But to each their own. If that makes you a better person, then you should believe in whatever makes you a better person. It made my mom a better person. My mom, when she retired, I said, what are you going to do now that you're retired? What do you and she's like, oh, I still have to visit people in prison. I'm like, what are you talking about? And she, well, Jesus said we got to visit people in prison. So right then you're like, how can that be a bad thing? You know, it's pretty impressive that she was like that. And she has Jesus to thank for that. Hold on, I got to get one more one more good one here that I gotta go to Telegram. And this is the one that if you watch this 5 times in a row, your gut will hurt so freaking bad. In fact, I'm probably gonna die laughing right now. It's that funny. It's not even funny, but it's just I don't know why I find it so funny. And people are gonna be like, "You're making fun of this." No, it's not making fun of. Well, maybe a little bit. It's just funny. Sometimes funny things happen to people. Okay, it just happens. Just is the way it goes. And let me show you this. I'm already laughing just looking at it. It's too funny. All right, and where are you? Come on, hurry up, iCloud. Move a little faster. There we go. You maybe have seen it. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's bring it back onto the browser. It's close enough. Will this one be better? Yeah, I'm going to go with this one. Ah, shoot. You're not going to be able to see it good. Hold on. Let me fix this a little bit. Just so you can see a little better. It's part of the fun. Oh, this way. Yeah, let me get it out this way. All right. Everybody watching right now, this is the Do Not Laugh Challenge. I want you to watch this 5 times consecutively. And if you don't laugh, you win some prize because it's freaking hilarious. Different funny things. The first time you might not find it that funny, then you'll listen. And the second time it'll be even funnier. The third time, even more hilarious. Here we go. Try not to laugh 5 times. Go.
So us teachers would never ask you students to do anything we wouldn't do ourselves.
Holy crap! What is happening? I didn't know you were. She's. Oh
my God!
Did we just record that?
Let's watch it again. It gets funnier and funnier.
So us teachers would never ask you students to do anything we wouldn't do ourselves.
Holy crap! What is happening? I didn't know you were. She's. Oh
my God!
The guy in the background. Holy crap! What is happening?
So us teachers would never ask you students to do anything we wouldn't do ourselves.
Holy crap! What is happening?
Holy crap!
I didn't know you were. She's. Oh
my God!
Did we just record that?
I mean, that's just full on faceplant.
So us teachers would never ask you students to do anything we wouldn't do ourselves.
Goody!
Holy crap! What is happening? I didn't know you were. She's. Oh
my God!
That's done. Oh, that's funny. All right, one more time. I said 5 times.
Us teachers would never ask you students to do anything we wouldn't do ourselves.
Holy crap!
Holy crap!
What is happening? I didn't know you were. She's. Oh
my God!
Did we just record that?
Sorry, if you don't find that funny, you got issues. You got issues if you don't find that funny. All right, I think that's it. Let's check. There's nobody else in the speaking room. Nope, we're going to close that down. Show is closed. All right, and let's go to here. All right, I think we are good. All right, so tomorrow I'll be back at 12 noon. It'll be a Jeranism type show. We're going to try a simulcast and see if that actually works. And I ask you to sign up for the conference. You're going to miss a very good summit, some good presentations, and I'm looking forward to all the comedy. And start out with a good day tomorrow. A lot of good speakers. Like I said, we start with Hibbler. Then we go to Marty Leeds, I believe. Then we go to Dave. No, I'm sorry. After Hibbler is Amanda. Then Marty Leeds, then Dave, then not Dave Weiss, but allegedly Dave. And then we go to the man, the myth, the legend, Avocado Wolf for an 11:11 Eastern start. And then after that, we've got the panel, which I believe will be 6 of us, myself, Austin, Dave Weiss, Hibbler, and Eddie Bravo, and Avocado. So should be fun. VIP are going to get to ask questions, and it's great. So if you're still waiting for the link, give it a little time till I find out from Austin how many we've got left to send out, since my email system decided to screw us today. VIP should all have theirs. And if you are just a general person, your link will be there plenty of time by tomorrow. Just keep an eye out for it. And then we will get all the goodie bags out. About half of you have them. It's the weirdest thing on my email thing. It just kept sending to only 150 out of the 250 people. And I couldn't figure out why. And I would send it again, thinking it was going to finish off the other 100, and it would just keep sending to the 150. So some of you got like 3 or 4 emails today. Must have been fun. All right, let's head out of here. We're going to play. What do I have on this here to go out? Do I have anything over here? Well, we'll do this. Oh, nope, that doesn't work either. We'll just pretend that we listened to the, what's it called? The trailer. Actually, I can play the one from my channel. Let's do that real quick, and then we'll be out. Because my channel has the trailer. At least it's got good sound. More than I can say for anything else. What? Oh, There we go. Let's get that out of the way. But if you want to check out my store, obviously, shop.jeranism.com. It is dope. You've got a lot of things there. A lot of people are happy with the... I've been adding books to the book library every day. So there's some great books, like new books, things that... I mean, that more than pays for itself. A lot of people happy with the disk drives, USBs. So you can become one of those. There's consultations there. If you're a VIP, you have a 50% off coupon through the end of the year. If you are a general, you've got a 20% off coupon that lasts till the end of the year. And you can use those whenever you want. Well, through the end of the year, of course. So let's get... And the long-range record, a lot of people are commenting on that. The part that's funny is that, that guy contacted me again and basically still says he's never used Coriolis before. So that's what's hilarious, is that people think that it's used by long-range shooters, but the person who has the record didn't use it. I mean, it's just... This is why it only exists in books and manuals where they had to say it. Nobody in real life, and they might have a guy who goes out and says, "Oh, I'm going to use this," but in real life, in any real life, you would never use it. Just never. It's just it's a joke. It's a lie. It's a fraud. All right, let's get this up here, and here we go. Let's listen to this. I'll be right back momentarily. You may choose whose coupon code you want to use there. You can use mine if you want, Jaren50. But if you are there for somebody else, please use their coupon code. They get reimbursed for it. So if Iru's brought you there, he's MPT. If Witsit did, he's Witsit, WITSIT 50. If Avocado did, AVO 50. If Amanda did, AMANDHA 50. Bravo did, BRAVO 50. If Owen did, OWEN 50. If Stein did, you get the point. So you can go to the website, temms.live, and you will get all the coupon codes there. Find your 50% off coupon, get your deal. And yeah, no Jeranism show tomorrow, but there'll be an abbreviated pre-show for the summit. So join Austin and I as we get through that. And I believe that is it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I've got to tell you. We did that. So next week we'll get back to, Sunday we have Globebusters and get back to normal with my regular show schedule. So that should be fun. All right. I am going to, on the way out of here, play, we'll play that. So this has been Speaker's Corner. What number is this? Number 18. And next week we'll be here for number 19. Have your presentations ready. Have your 3 minutes. Enjoy yourselves. Reminder, do your own research. When you do, you'll never again believe what you've been taught. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Till then, this has been Jeranism. Peace.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Welcome. This is the Jeranism show.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
This is the Speaker's Corner, where we speak truth, see truth. Speaker's Corner, yeah, they see through, we see you. Speaker's Corner, where the people get to talk, where real ideas and thoughts spark. This is art on the Speaker's Corner. 3 minutes hit the spotlight. Speaker's Corner, where 3 minutes gets your mind right. Speaker's Corner, where the people get to talk, where real ideas and thoughts spark. This is art on the Speaker's Corner.
It's fuck the government. I can't go on. We've been programmed for way too long. Yeah, I've been struggling. I've been hustling. I can't go on. We've been programmed for way too long. You're in a dream state. Why you think you're flying through space? Why you think the moon landed was fake? Sell us on a Big Bang so they can slap God in the face. I think COVID is the reason we wake. Never followed any rules, took a different direction. Went to school, felt controlled, so I sat in detention. They don't teach you about emotions, how to deal with depression. They just send you to a doctor, get a script, hope they get you dependent. It's a business and they profit off kids stressing. Call it ADD when all the kid really needs is attention. All we getting from deception's a lesson. They manipulate your mind, take your rights, claim it's for your protection. I've been struggling, I've been hustling. It's fuck the government. I can't go on. We've been programmed for way too long. Yeah, I've been struggling. I've been hustling. I can't go on. We've been programmed for way too long. Yeah, they got you caught in a trance. Yeah, either you fall or you stand. Yeah, corrupt your soul is their plan. Yeah, look close in our past. They built with
I ain't never fall in line, I ain't bitch made no. Ain't no pussy in my heart, but the grip like those. See, I've been conscious from the start, read the X's and O's. Now that pussy in your heart can be the switchblade, bro. Relax, go back to sleep, put your trust in the government. Your Instagrams are dopamine, bitch, I know you be loving it. Desensitized from all these clowns on the media. Bullshit, full clip, propaganda they feeding you, bitch. I'm dragging balls like a Super Saiyan. Who the man, the Lex, Luthor Prime, go on with Superman, mixed together. Who wanna fight, I'm with whatever. I struggled and then I hustle, so shit, my soul is rich forever.
I've been struggling, I've been hustling. It's fuck the government. I can't go on. We've been programmed for way too long. Yeah, I've been struggling, I've been hustling. I can't go on. We've been programmed for way too long.